Here we go live!
And you're live in 5, 4, shit!
Instantly demonetized.
Oh, fucking hell!
And you did it again. You're making it worse.
It's okay if I say it's okay. I never expect to make money from YouTube, but, you know, when I do make money, it's nice, so fuck me, I guess. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, not a vampire. You know, I need a... There's gotta be a drinking game for every time I start a stream like that. Although, it won't be that fun, because then you have to hop through streams, and you'll have, like, many hours in between the streams when I say it.
Yeah.
So.
Take a drink once every 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, like, I was imagining people watching, like, the stream stuff, like, all in a row or something. Yeah. So what's up, people? Oh, I guess I should open the Discord so we can, like, see Discordy stuff, too.
Yep.
Yeah, so, hey, no. Bear with me 1 second. I'm not, like, I changed over from Brave to Brave to Firefox, and now it's all a bit of a mess because Brave is, like, my internet browser is not where I usually have it. It's all the way at the end now, and I have to get used to shit. Like, man, who has to get used to shit? So hello, Janae H. Hello, Alphagist. What's up, guys? Hello,
Hey.
Milena B. Is just me, or does Heather Sinclair scare me because of her absence? No. Heather Sinclair, I don't know. Like, she doesn't scare me.
You should do a thing about the characterization of Heather Sinclair.
Yeah, but that's a lot of work, so, you know. Find general chat. So, like, just like with last week, messages from the Discord will get priority read. Also, low-key encourage people to send me fan art. I do love fan art. Fan art is fun.
Yeah.
I love it. But, you know, do what you want. Like, I'm not your boss. And yeah, I guess we're going to be answering questions again, but, like, the idea of the stream was to be, like, I actually answer the 41 random questions, but if it's like last time, we might just not do that.
Let's pull up the 41 random questions and have a jump in if nobody has anything to lead us off with.
Oh, I hope I... Oh, no. I think I did it again. Okay, no, okay, there it is. I was afraid that I didn't save the 41 random questions. And then, like, I was imagining a couple days ago, I'll just make sure I have the 41 random questions before the stream, because, that's what a smart YouTube-y person would do, wouldn't they?
You name documents like I did when I was a kid. I had, like, 5 different papers for school that just said school.txt.
Oh, no, I don't. I usually don't name it that way. I don't know how that ended up named New 5. Like, usually I name it something a little more obvious. Also, you got some food in your hair. It's terrible. You should not do that. Bad. Bad and
right.
sad and mad and glad. Heather Sinclair's hideous looking. That's why we don't see her. I was gonna, like, have, like, a mean comeback, like, oh yeah, then how do you explain X character? But I don't want to be mean. That's just way too mean.
Being mean is just mean.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're not the worst.
I kind of want to spill tea, but I don't think I ought to. Just because, no, I'm not.
Is there something I know about?
Yeah, something you know about, but it's like, that's not worth talking about right now. Okay, so, I guess, there's only 8 people around here. Cool. They like, all the other people probably expect us to be late, so that's fun. Yeah, so, I guess let's go over the random questions until we get other questions.
Yeah.
So, to start us off, do you like blue cheese? No. No. I haven't had blue cheese in a very long time, to be honest, but when I had it when I was a kid, I hated it. So I just remember that I hate it.
What did you hate about it?
Blue cheese it's a salad dressing, right?
I mean, that's one of the things it gets used for. It's like a crumbly cheese that's got blue spots on it.
Oh, ew, what?
Mm-hmm.
See, I've only had it as a salad dressing. So, like, and that's where I found out I hate it. Scooter wants up.
It's a white cheese with an edible blue mold.
That sounds very disgusting. Like, really disgusting. Ugh.
People really like it.
Are you one of them?
No.
Oh,
I won't eat it on concept.
well, why? Because it's moldy?
No, because it just looks like I wouldn't like it.
I see. You of all the cheese connoisseurs.
Yeah, me the cheese boy. Like, there's a lot of, like, messed up cheese that I will eat. Like, 12-year-old cheese that's, like, partly decomposing because of how freaking old it is. Here's a 12-year-old cheddar. It tastes a little bit like wine.
Well, like, isn't cheddar supposed to get better with age, or like cheese oftentimes? So, like, that's a little different.
I mean, it sure does change with age.
Let's see. There's a couple of things. Hello, Jupiter Hedgepeth. Hello, everyone. I'm in the middle of dyeing my hair blue. Ooh, cool. What kind of blue? I've always wanted to dye my hair, but yeah, I hope it turns out really well. Hello, random person. Hello, Michelle Mayhem. Blue cheese is good on salad. Debatable.
All right, so I have to be that guy and say it's supposed to be blue cheese EU, BLEU
Oh,
cheese.
really?
Yeah, it's like a French blue.
Oh, I guess so. Okay, that's fascinating. Hello, Condra Abib. Hello. OMG, I want to see your face. Unfortunately, we don't really have a webcam setup where we can show our face.
It could be done, but I don't feel like it.
Not this time, but at some point I would like to have a cam setup sort of thing. Like, it'd be nice to have a cam type setup for the patron request video that we had this month.
Yeah.
Where we react to something. Keep an eye out for that. And hello, Willow, friend of the show. Willow says, Sacre bleu. Jeez. Let's see. Hello, piano transcripts of early Renaissance music. Oh, cool. I like that. Do you think Emma is the most arrogant woman in Degrassi? No. No,
especially not if you're counting, like, the old days.
Yeah, like, Stephanie had a way bigger head. Same with, what do you call it? Holly J. Holly J had a huge, arrogant head, like, in the early days. I guess it all, like, Emma had definitely her bad time. Like, in the period between, like, season 3 and the shooting, like, she was really getting full of her. Well, I guess she was a little bit full of herself, too, like, in the early seasons, like, just before Time Stands Still in general. But, you know, it was a little bit different because it was all for a good cause. And then, like, as we got into season 4, it was like, oh, actually, like, this full of herselfness also is very malignant, or very malicious. And I guess you could say that a little bit more with how she treated Spike for considering abortion, too.
Kathleen.
Yeah, Kathleen
is my pick for most arrogant woman in Degrassi.
I don't know I mean, a little bit of arrogance, but I can also see it a lot more that she just more acts that way to try to, well, like, I guess we have to get into the definition of arrogance.
Well, is it your intentions, like what you're doing it for, or is it the effect that you have on the world? Because, like, from the outside, no one can tell the difference.
I suppose. Let's see. Random person says, I'm going to watch Degrassi High after this stream. Ooh, sounds fun.
Do you feel like it was wrong for Emma to push her beliefs on people, or the opposite, was Claire the same way, and why didn't it seem like the male characters did this?
I guess Degrassi just tends to have more belief-focused female characters rather than male characters, which, you know, that'd be nice to have a shift in because dudes can totally
care about stuff?
Yeah.
Like me, guy who is totally consumed by the class struggle.
Well, the class struggle is real, though, but... okay,
Well, so is environmentalism.
that's true. I guess...
I'm gonna put this in the sink. I'll be right back.
It depends on what things Claire and Emma and such were talking about. Like, because things like the environment, you definitely do have to care about it. And, like, I guess it's all about aesthetics, trying to get people to care about it, too. I think where... things started going wrong was when Emma like would mistreat people for like not agreeing with her, like, you know, over abortion, how she treated her mom, and then how she started to treat Manny because they were even considering abortion. Claire was a little bit the same way, definitely not as much as Emma by far. She was just, you know, principled in general, I guess. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but yeah, we could definitely use some more cause male characters. Abyssal Librarian says, I don't know if I'd say wrong necessarily, but I did find Emma got annoying because of it. Oh, okay, yeah, I getcha. Yeah, she just was that annoying cause girl that, you know, the, like, you know, bleeding heart liberal caricature that people try to give. Like, and again, I don't think she was, like, fully wrong. I think there were quite a few points where she definitely did cross the line. Let's have a look at other stuff. Hello, Dakota Jockers. Thoughts on Bitchite? What the hell is that? I don't know. Katra says, OMG, do hate Esme? No, I don't hate Esme. I don't like her as a person, but I love her character, man. Currently rewatching season 3. Good season.
Mm-hmm.
OMG, you do like Spider-Man movies and the TV show. I liked the Tobey Maguire movies when I saw them. I haven't really watched a lot of Spider-Man related content, to be honest. There's some things I do want to get around to, but I'll get around to it.
I, meanwhile, am a real Spider-Man boy.
Yep. You might even say you stan Spider-Man.
I'm a webhead.
Oh my god. Hello, Oofy Oof. Welcome to the fold. I finally finished all Degrassi's. Oh, how was it? Like, have you seen Kids of Degrassi Street? Because you still got more Degrassi, if not. Michelle Mayhem says, early Claire was kind of like Emma with Allie, but she definitely changed. Yeah, she was definitely a lot more in the vein of Emma, where, like, she was very, she very much had a strong sense of right and wrong and would definitely judge you if you didn't follow that. I feel like it was still, like, it wasn't quite right and wrong, like, with Emma, where, like, she had specific causes for, just, like, more working through how she thought the world ought to work and figuring out the reality of it. And she definitely had to do that a lot with Allie. And yeah, she would very much end up coming off as preachy, but sometimes Allie really could have used that kind of guidance, just not really in the way that Claire was trying to give it.
This was probably meant to say bit shoot.
I don't have any thoughts on BitChute. It's a thing.
I would like there to be more options for publishing videos, period. I just wish all the non-YouTube ones weren't so racist.
I know, right? I was going over my VidMe video for a patron commentary, and just remembering how much it tried to position itself as the competitor to YouTube when doing none of it. All that the competing it did was just give a haven for people who weren't making it on YouTube, who YouTube didn't even want.
Well, there's definitely people like Digi.
Well, not even people like Digi. I'm like more like people who like for one reason or another, like, kind of can't be on YouTube.
That's really getting at what I mean, though, is nobody can be on YouTube, really, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that will never go away. That is why you can't be on an ad-supported video platform, just ever. Nobody can. Look at the amount of hoops that you have to jump through. How different would your videos be if you had the ability to just publish them straight?
I don't think I'm quite explaining my position, and frankly, I don't really care to get into it.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Have you guys watched Secret Life of an American Teenager? No, I watched like an episode. I think it was an episode where someone got fucked up on weed and apparently messed with their life. I don't know. But, yep, that's all I remember. I think Emma can be quite stubborn and controlling. She can. But, sometimes it works out for the better. Hello, Socio Edgelord. Welcome to the fold. Could Degrassi ever do a school shooting episode like Time Stands Still? I mean, yeah, it can.
They did. It was Time Stands Still.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll feel the same as Time Stands Still because it was big for a lot of reasons. One of them being you just didn't see that on TV. You didn't think Degrassi could do something like that. So it's very different now. It's like trying to redo Cam's Suicide. Part of the reason why it hits so hard was because a lot of people who remembered Claude, they weren't really watching the show. So you didn't really think Degrassi would do something like that. So that's part of why it had a lot of oomph, a lot of staying power.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find Kids at Degrassi Street anywhere. Yeah, it's surprisingly hard to find on YouTube. It used to be on YouTube, but I don't know what happened to it now. And I guess the only place you can find Kids at Degrassi Street would be if you buy the DVD or something. OMG, I was watching old Degrassi Jr. when Emma mother, when she finds out she was pregnant. Yeah, that was an interesting time. They could, but I don't think it's the issue of the day now, school shootings. I mean, yes and no it is, because it is an issue, but the problem is, especially in the US, they happen constantly. It doesn't have the same shock value as Columbine did or Virginia Tech. Now it's unfortunately gotten to the point of cops killing people. You just expect it.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's normal.
Mm-hmm. It's been so normalized in the US that school shootings okay, to be fair, not all school shootings look like Time Stands Still. A lot of times they'll be not quite shooting up the school, but more a kid brings a gun and only shoots one person because that's what they came to do, I guess. But that kind of stuff where a kid brings a gun to school, oftentimes it doesn't get a lot of media attention, especially national media. It's kind of the exception when yours ends up plastered all over CNN.
And for one thing, who cares about CNN? For two...
Well, I'm just giving an example of a national news media source that would go wild if they get a big school shooting story.
I can see that. But my point is that the world that we inhabit, the United States, is entirely unconcerned with why any of this stuff happens. They just they cared that it happened for a brief period of time, and now that part is normal, they've moved on.
Yeah, that's what trying to say too. With how little things get covered on CNN or such. People they're just kind of used to it. There's a immediate wave of shock when a new one happens, but then it's okay, moving on, because suddenly the conversation just goes back to what are we gonna do about it? I don't know. Let's fight about what we're gonna do about it. And nothing changes at all. How long do you intend to stream for? I'm asking for a friend who is at work for the next 2 hours. I don't know how long we're gonna stream for. Basically, until I feel tired or bored. I can try to keep going for past 2 hours, but we'll see how it goes. No promises, but I'll go until the engine runs dry. A few queries tonight for me from Cutter Historical. Do you think Emma lost her drive for causes after the Rick Murray situation because of the DV orange ribbon thing was taken out of context? No, I don't think that was the cause at all. I think it's more just like coming out of seasons 2 and 3, Emma stopped, she started having more concerns than just whatever the cause of the week was. She started branching out into other interests, and then after the shooting, then it kind of recontextualized all the things that she used to care about and make her think that, maybe I don't care about it anymore. I don't know. Really bringing on an identity crisis, I guess. The orange ribbon thing and domestic violence, it helped her to realize that, she needs to be careful about, how she pushes her causes, even though, even if her message is overall good, she's got to keep an eye on, how people are responding to it, I guess, if they're using that to abuse others. But I don't think that caused her to stop, believing in causes and such. I think it was more just, the shooting really just shook her overall character. And she spent quite a few seasons after that trying to find it again. Is Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi High uploaded officially to YouTube? Yes, except for Degrassi High Season 2, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I'm in America and I can't view it here or something, but for the most part, it is uploaded on the official Degrassi YouTube, and I highly recommend everyone watch it. Why did Degrassi go for a bus crash angle at the end of Season 2 Next Class? I don't know. I wasn't in the room where it happened, so I can't really say why. Might have been because, oftentimes Degrassi mirrors real-world events, so maybe something similar like that happened, and they're like, oh, that'd be a very interesting story to tackle. I mean, that, how they integrated the Belgium subway bombings into the show. So maybe that's it. Or maybe it's just, I can't really say why. It makes for interesting stories. That's probably the biggest reason.
I can totally see a case where somebody messaged one of the show writers on Twitter and was like, hey, you ever notice how natural disasters and stuff only happen when it's relevant to the plot and there's dramatic build up for it? That stuff just kind of randomly happens to people in real life.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I feel like the bus crash in Season 2 was pretty random. There wasn't really any build up other than...
Yeah, I'm saying that's what brought it on.
Oh. Maybe. I don't know. Could be. Alka just says, Peter and Riley versus Peter and Anya. Which do you think was a better friendship? And was his internalized hate maybe part of the reason Fiona had her internal issues? No, I don't think Riley caused any issues with Fiona. I think it's more it's just more that she already had issues in progress and she was trying to use Riley to help avoid confronting them or really examining them, and also avoid getting harassed at school by guys. And Riley just couldn't play ball because he was too busy going through his own internalized homophobia and feeling pressured to make Fiona into a physical girlfriend instead of one in name. And Riley and Peter versus Riley and Anya. I don't think I really have any feelings either or. I think they ended up pretty healthy for each other, just kind of keeping an eye on the other. I think Peter, more times than Anya, had to be the advocate for Riley to stop being such an egghead, or stop being such a meathead. Whereas Anya, she more ended up, basically, it depends, Peter and Anya were there at a little bit of different times in Riley's development and accepting of himself. Peter was there in the initial wave where Riley just had to start to accept the fact that he even likes guys. And then Anya was there for when he's figuring out, okay, I like guys. How do I become a good boyfriend? And how do I accept, like, fully accept that I'm gay in the context of the rest of my life? So they kind of ended up playing a little bit of different roles, and I don't think either one was any better or worse. Let's see. Was Emma warranted in her anger towards Manny in season 6 after JT's stabbing, as she was seemingly not being helped in her issues by Manny? No, I don't. Like, Emma was misplacing anger onto Manny. Like, you can make an argument that, yeah, maybe we shouldn't get back to cheerleading so soon after someone died, but even still, like, Manny didn't deserve it because people cope in different ways. Some people would rather shut down and take a moratorium on any sort of activity, whereas other people feel like they need to try to live their life in order to grieve, in order to move past it. It's just a difference of people, and Emma was upset that she couldn't retaliate against the people who killed JT, so she put her anger on Manny. Wouldn't mind some sort of Black Lives Matter storyline. Me neither. Like, there was a couple of storylines, especially in the later seasons, that I think were rolling towards that, like how Lowell and Tiny had to encountered the question of, was Tiny suspended just because he's black? And then also with Dallas, this 2-part episode that everyone seems to forget, where he's being profiled by the police because he's black, and having to figure out how to react to that. What can he do for himself to be his own self-advocate without getting himself into more trouble. And I really, really recommend people watch those 2 episodes, because that's, I feel like everyone overlooks that in season 14. What would you say would be the most unrealistic thing ever to happen at Degrassi?
Compassionate counselors.
I mean, yeah.
The fact that every single member of the administrative staff is not actually out to get you.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that, that Ellie can go to Miss Sauvé and, even get anything positive out of it. That's unusual.
I remember getting sad watching some Next Class when Yael comes out and the counselor's should I tell the teachers that you're changing your pronouns? And
it was she was talking to Yael, and she was trying to help, trying to understand what Yael was going through, and do you want to be a boy? Why were you going into the men's restroom? We've noticed you've made a lot of changes to your physical appearance.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. I saw that scene and was I had to pause it and be all right, I don't believe this to be possible, and that thought depresses me.
Yeah. Which Degrassi death hit the hardest for you? I guess I can't really remember how I experienced the deaths in the moment. Each of them can have a major impact on me as I'm watching it. I know Adam's death will wreck me when I watch the episode following it, the funeral episode, and watching the send-off Becky and friends give him. Cam's death, oh god, that destroys me too, because that plays on personal things there. I don't know really which one affects me most. I guess it'd be Yeah, probably Cam and Adam and a bit of Claude too. Degrassi Goes Hollywood, probably. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, it's one of the less realistic ones. But then on the other hand, people over ignore the fact that sometimes there's these weird blips in a person's life where things are just strange. Like, like I don't think it's really that unrealistic for like this group of teenagers to have that one random like break where they went to LA for a little while, like, and we're part of a movie that honestly probably wasn't that big, to be honest.
Where was this movie released? How many people were there even in the film crew?
Yeah, I mean it's a Kevin Smith related movie, so it's probably not going to be that huge.
Right.
Yeah, but even still, it's like people will have just these random stories where it's like, whoa, I can't believe like me from bumfuck nowhere experienced this. And I think Degrassi Goes Hollywood is that for quite a few of the people who ended up involved in it. Hello, Faith. The amount of privacy students had with the counselors. Yeah.
Remember, all authority figures are out to get you. You have no support other than people that you can actually trust who have demonstrated trustworthiness in the past.
I think I need more wine. I'm not fun at the moment. Hold on one second. I'm not gonna chug because I'm not cool.
I'm extremely pessimistic about all authority figures, but in my defense, they have earned my skepticism.
Yeah. Adults suck, and so do I. Like, adults suck, including me. Is Ms. Hatsalakos a hypocrite for expelling Jane Spinner, but not her own son for distributing child pornography? Yeah, probably, yeah.
That sounds correct to me.
Yeah. She did a bad. Which LGBT plus character was your favorite? Oh gosh. Okay. I guess it's. I think Adam will always hold a very special place in my heart because he was one of the OG crew that I grew up with, like the season 10 onward crowd, and I just loved his story in general. So I guess if I had to choose one off the top of my head, it would be Adam. I would like to give honorable mention to Fiona. Fiona's definitely a character who I've grown to love as I've reflected on the show. She is great. I can't stop burping. What's my problem?
You're drinking something that's carbonated, probably?
Don't tell me the obvious thing. Tell me something I want to hear.
Okay,
Tell me
balloons.
something I don't know. Yeah, balloons. They are such a plague on society. I'll tell you.
Bears are just big, wide dogs.
I guess so.
Look at a bear's face.
Yeah, they're chub dogs.
They're just wide dogs.
Yeah. Who the fuck do bears think they can be? Like, pretending there's something not dog. Yeah. Fuck bears.
They're giant raccoons with dog heads.
Yeah, be like Vladimir Putin and fuck bears.
Vladimir Putin fucks bears.
Yeah. I thought everyone knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, it's one of those facts that you know, but you just forget.
Yeah.
Like how
it's just so natural.
Fucking what's this person's name?
Fucking.
Wrote Cosmia.
What?
What
are you on about?
Who's the musician who wrote Cosmia?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Joanna Newsom. Joanna Newsom and Andy Samberg are married. That's insane to me.
I don't know these people. I don't care about these people. Coke or Pepsi? I know your answer.
Haha! Coke. They are the Coke.
I like I like both. They both have their charm. Like, I guess I'll lean a lot more towards Coke because it feels like the base soda to me, whereas Pepsi, it's like, it has a difference in flavor, so it's like an alternative thing. But yeah.
Well, what do you like about it? All of your thoughts so far have basically condensed into upvote.
Well, yeah, like that's all I can. I'm not a connoisseur of flavors, so I don't know how to describe it.
Now, Throwback Pepsi is pretty good. Diet Coke is better, but Throwback Pepsi is pretty good.
I don't think I think I've had Throwback Pepsi, but I don't think I remember how it tastes.
You can taste the cola nut better in Throwback Pepsi, and I like that. But I am obviously really, really into soda.
Yeah, clearly. Leo or Rick, which is worse? Honestly, I don't want to give a which one's worst thing, because, so this is why I don't like doing worst or best lists, because, one, it's all fuzzy to me, and two, I don't really feel comfortable making a judgment between the two of who's worse. I mean, who's worse? A physical domestic abuser and a school shooter, or a physical and domestic abuser? It's like, well, I guess if you want to be technical, about what exactly they did, then, I guess Rick, because, he tried to kill people, literally, and, Leo only, almost killed someone, and just one person.
Is torture worse or better than murder?
Yeah. I'm not trying to, make fun of you, Social George. I'm just going off on the notion of, the thing that the Degrassi worst 10 list leans into, where it's like, okay, worst 10 couples. Well, obviously we're going to put some of the abusive ones on here. It's like, well, what? Excuse me. Oh, God. Oh, that was loud. Well, what a fucking shocker. Whoop-de-doo. And that's why I'm so disinterested in worst couples list often, because it's basically the same thing. What are the most abusive couples, and let's put them on there. And that's not interesting to me. And again, I don't want to get into the weeds about, who was technically the most evil. It's like, that's not interesting to me, man. I must sound a lot meaner than I mean to be, and for that, I'm sorry. Diet soda is disgusting, and Dr. Pepper trumps Pepsi and Coke.
Dr. Pepper's pretty good. I like Dr. Pepper on average better than Pepsi.
I do like Dr. Pepper a lot more than Pepsi and Coke. It's like a treat to me. It has its own very distinct flavor, whereas Pepsi is well, it's Pepsi. That's to be expected. And then Coke is it's just the basic soda to me now.
Because it's omnipresent in your life as a result of me and Mask.
Yeah. Diet Dr. Pepper cream soda is really good. You guys should try it. I like it. I like it a lot.
One thing that I liked about just how direct Jen's response was to this, because he was asked something like this in my presence by me.
Mm-hmm.
Coke or Pepsi, and he immediately said Pepsi. It's sweeter. He had his reasoning lined up, and it's very simple, and you can't contest it. It's not actually about the flavor, it like the flavor profile or anything like that. This one is sweeter, therefore it wins.
I see. A lot more lexical than I am, so.
Yep.
More words than I could have put my thoughts into Coke and Pepsi. Let's see. Do you own a gun?
Because it's sweeter?
What?
Because it's sweeter is more words than you can
Yeah. Because otherwise it's like Pepsi. It has its flavor.
Gotcha.
Do you own a gun? No. What would I do with one? Oh, God. It freaked me out to have one.
I don't know.
Like I'm such a teddy bear. I couldn't. I don't.
So,
freaked me out, man.
On the one hand, guns are preferable to other forms of, weaponry because when they fail to kill you, it's less bad. On the other hand, crossbows. Crossbows are cool.
Oh, yeah. I just imagine you, like, someone enters the bedroom and, like, you turn over from your bed and you've already got the crossbow loaded. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, where'd they even come from? Let's see.
I don't know where it came from, but I know where it's going.
Whiskey? Oh, shit. Whiskey, tequila, or vodka? Vodka by the sheer fact that I can't hold my liquor. I need it to not taste like liquor, and I've only tried vodka. I might have tried, one of the others once, but, oh god, whatever I tried was disgusting. There's one time where we were hanging out with your sister or something, and, like, we were playing some sort of game.
You can never tell what she actually has, though.
Yeah, we were playing some sort of game, and I took a shot, and oh god, I had to do everything in my power to not throw up. That was disgusting.
I think that, like, vodka's cool because you can mix it with stuff, but, like, if I were to really get into alcohol in a way that I never, ever actually will, I'd probably wind up being a whiskey guy.
Yeah, you seem like a whiskey person.
Because, like, there's so much complexity that happens, and, like, it would take a while for it to stop sucking. But once it stopped sucking, then, you know, you could, like, pull pieces of it apart and, like, explore it, and it would be cool, in theory. Or maybe it just would stay bad, and you're just experiencing badness in greater detail. Who knows?
Alga just asks, is there a moment you consider your favorite from the show? I've got a lot of moments like this. Oh, come on. Oh, there's one moment where I keep talking it up, and oh god, what is it? It's with certain characters whose names I cannot think of or faces I cannot think of. Talk. Just talk while I think.
I finished my last point, man. Just, like,
okay.
Alcohol is bad.
Okay.
It's the worst part of any alcoholic drink, always.
You say, and I look towards my drink.
Yeah, you like it because it doesn't taste like itself.
That's true. God, there's a moment that I keep talking about that I can't remember it, and it sucks, man.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Like, I definitely do like, Dallas talking to Allie's dad about, experiencing racism for, you know, being brown in Canada. Like, I do very much like that moment, but that's not the one I was thinking about.
Hot dogs or cheeseburgers?
Cheeseburgers, definitely.
I feel like that's unbalanced because the cheeseburger is the heightened form of the hot dog, but there is not a similarly heightened form of a hot dog. What you got for me? You got
dog? You just said cheeseburger is the heightened form of a hot dog.
No, the cheeseburger is the heightened form of the hamburger.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, like I can't believe I don't like people who like hamburgers. Like, just, like, you know, without cheese, it's like...
Just meat on a bun, you know?
Yeah, it's like, how do you do that?
You need cheese with it?
I need the cheese, man!
Okay.
Even cheese hot dogs are just mediocre at best. Like, a good...
cheese dogs are fucking the worst. Way to take a great thing and fucking ruin it. Like... I put that on the level of, like, I can't even think of a comparison that wouldn't just be, like, make me seem hyperbolic, but, like, you're just ruining good food.
I will say, though, a good, like, a barbecued hot dog is pretty decent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want it to be, like, slightly blackened.
Yeah, ever so slightly for me, but, like, I don't want to, like, taste the charcoal on it. Like, I don't want my brat to be all charcoal.
Bratwurst and hot dog are not the same thing.
I know. I don't know why I said it, but I was gonna roll with it, and then he pointed it out.
Yep, here we are. Here we are in the future, and is
right. Steven Universe future, here we are. Oh man, I so want to sing, but I know no one's down for it. And I keep saying that every fucking stream.
Yep.
I just want to sing, man.
Fabric thud.
What's your favorite food? I think my favorite food is my mom's corned beef sandwiches. They were really good, and I high-key... Well, I kind of regret not getting that recipe from her, and I am going to miss them, and yeah. That and my mom's chocolate chip cookies that I only have only one other person has made the kind of chocolate chip cookies that my mom makes, and they're both dead.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, the chocolate chip cookie is not a very complicated recipe.
It's not
in the first
complicated,
place, so...
but it's very how they made it. It was more salty than any other chocolate chip cookie I've ever had before.
Well, you could. We could just experiment with some
We
batches
could, but
of
then
cookies.
I'd have to bake, and then I'd have to cook. Man, I could barely make myself a quesadilla.
You do hate cooking more than you like eating.
Yeah.
If there was nothing but ingredients in the house, you would just starve.
No, not true. I just eat the ingredients. And then I'll starve.
Okay. So, the thing that's bad about eating cookie dough is that the flour itself frequently has E. coli and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes you sick.
Mm-hmm.
If you just bake the flour for a little while, then it'll be fine.
Okay, just want to make sure that we weren't mixed up and losing any of the chat.
All hood in the good.
It's not very an active chat today, but that's okay, I guess. Having the knowledge of what they dealt with, who would you live as if you had to pick one? Manny Page or Holly J? Shit. Oh God. I don't know. I kind of want to go for Manny because I've always wanted to be an actor, and Manny actually gets to do that. But then again, she also has to go through, getting pregnant, having an abortion, and then having shirtless videos of her distributed throughout the school. So that sucks. But I think that sucks a lot less than what Paige and Holly J go through, because Paige, she got fucking raped, man, and that really sucks. And Holly J, she seems to come out better than anyone else, either of the two, either of the three. But then she also went through a hostage situation, and I don't think I'd want to go through that. So that's no good. That's a no, bro. So I guess if I had to pick between those three, and God, you picked some hard choices there. I guess I'll have to go with Manny, because in the end, I get to be an actor. I'm gonna be famous.
I mean, yeah, right?
It's a reference to a moment that's actually kind of bad, actually a lot bad, but you don't know it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alright, what's the next question? What do you drink in the morning? Mainly water. Sometimes I will have some soda, if I have soda available, but water typically.
Yeah, same. I will immediately crack open a can of Coke after that, but I generally start by quaffing a deep gulp of as much water as I can hold, because I dehydrate very easily.
Yeah, you've got a lot of issues with dehydration, probably partially because you only drink Coke, during the day.
Yes. At every other time, other than, the first 20 minutes of waking and the last hour of waking, those are the only times when I drink water, and every other time, it's Coke all the way.
Coke. You might say you're a Coke head.
Yeah.
People say Claire is Emma, but really, she's more Liberty. Do you agree? I think she's somewhere in between, honestly. Like...
Well, is she more of one than the other? Because that's what the question is.
Like... I feel like she's a little bit more... I feel like she's a bit more of an Emma because, like, Emma is a lot more... How... Like... Principled isn't the right word. More like she's more stern in her beliefs, especially early on. Just like Claire was. Like, yeah, Claire is a huge brainiac, and she was in the special smart class. But Emma was a straight A student too. Like
special smart class.
Yeah. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't really see her more as a Liberty, to be honest. I don't really know if we've had a good Liberty, archetype character, or if we've had an archetype Liberty, someone who fills Liberty's archetype, after her. 'Cause Liberty, she's a nerd, but she's not some sort of sexually or socially repressed nerd. She's just, quirky. That's the best way I can, and when I think about that part of Liberty, it doesn't really map too much on Claire. And Goldie, are you saying that Goldie's like Liberty? I don't really think so either. Goldie's, no, I don't really think Goldie either, because, yeah, she's smart and stuff, but I don't really know who I'd compare Goldie to, because she's kind of, she has a little bit of Emma where she's really strong in her beliefs and such, but she's also not an Emma. Let's see.
Can you do 100 push-ups?
Can I do even 50? Probably not.
Can you do 10?
Barely.
All right, you got to do push-ups now.
I know. I was just thinking, should I do some on stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will count you off. Go ahead.
Am I too drunk for this? I don't know. We'll find out.
And it's got to be
It's got to be the man push-ups.
No, I mean, no knees on the ground, basically.
Yeah, man push-ups.
I don't think of those as man push-ups.
I think of them as man push-ups because that's how a lot of people describe it. All right. Fuck me. All right. Well, kick off my shoes. Here we go. All right.
All the way down.
All the way down? I don't know how to do all the way down. Like that?
You have to hit the ground.
Wait, I've never had to, that's not how I learned how to do push-ups.
You're only doing it halfway if you're not going from full contract to full extend and vice versa.
That's not how they taught us to do push-ups.
I go all the way down.
Yeah, because maybe you're weird.
I also do push-ups on my knuckles, though, so that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, no, I can't go all the way down.
Try it.
Okay, watch me not be able to get back up.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 push-ups, 8 push-ups, 9, 10. All right. Is that as many as you can do, or were you just trying to get to 10?
I was just trying to get to 10, man.
Okay.
I maybe could get to 15, maybe, but oh god, that hurt. That hurt my core a lot, and hurt my upper arms, and thank you. You made me feel woozy. and yet, I was the one let's do this.
You were the one who was gung ho about it.
Yeah, man, I suck at. Even, in my youth, at my peak physicality, I sucked at push-ups, and, it's hard to figure out when you need to breathe with push-ups, I was noticing as I'm doing it.
I usually breathe out as I'm going down, and up, and in as I'm going up.
I can't remember which one I was trying to do when.
That way I'm not just huffing carpet.
Right. Why do people compare Hazel, Shantae, and Marisol? They have less in common with each other than they do with other characters. I think they compare those three because they, like, a lot of the time they end up playing the token black friend, the token black girl on the show. And I feel that's a lot less applicable to Marisol because she actually gets to do things. Like, I mean, then again, you can also, like, Shantae also got to do a couple things, like, you know, her relationship with Danny and liking Danny when he's with Leia, and then her also doing the school play, and then that one time where she fought to get the clubs back after Vegas night. But she got to do in her overall time on the show, she did a lot less. Like, the proportion of on the show versus what she got to do is really unbalanced. She a lot of the time spent most of the time she spent her time on the show as a background, like, you know, the token black girl, which is what Hazel ended up having to do, even though they're not quite the same character. Whereas Marisol, I'd argue, she got to actually, you know, be a character in her own right, but not that much more. And that's why they end up compared a lot of the time. First push-ups, now rest of the presidential fitness test. Oh, fucking hell! I always wanted to do good on that, but, you know, I feel like I did okay enough on one of the tests a couple times to where I got, you know, a certificate, but not, like, I didn't get the, I didn't reach the standard where you got more than just a little certificate saying, hey, you did okay.
I forget what was even in the presidential fitness test. Did they have you do some running thing too? Is that part of it?
I think the mile might have been a part of it. I know, what do you call it? The V stretch was a part of it.
V stretch.
Like
I don't remember that
like
at all.
when you've got your legs spread out and you're sitting on the floor and then you lean forward and try to go as forward as far as you can.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then I think there was also sit-ups. I can't remember what else went into it though. Maybe there was pull-ups. I can't remember.
I remember for running the mile, each lap of the track was a quarter mile, and so I bolted the first 3 and then just leisurely strolled for the rest of it because I asked what the minimum time was to pass. Did the first 3 and then just like chilled out on the last one.
See, I always sucked at the mile. Like I always barely was okay.
It's a double-handed flex because on the one hand, like, I'm showing that I could crush this if I felt like it.
Yeah,
but
I
also,
wanted to.
But also, fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, the pacer. Oh, I think if that's the thing that I'm thinking about, that fucking sucked. Like, that's the thing where you're supposed to run from one side of the gym to the next, like, any rest time you have is like if you get there before the whistle blows again.
Yep, that's it.
I hated that so much, like, especially because, like, it kills you at the very end where it's like there's less time to do it and your body is just so worn out. You end up just kind of like struggling to get to the other side, and then the whistle blows and it's like, oh, time to go back.
Do you remember what number you got to?
No.
Okay.
No, I cannot.
Yo, anybody in the chat remember what number you got to? Because I'm kind of curious.
Ugh. Honestly, you should continue watching Degrassi High. Hello, Keziah Smalling. I'm not sure who you're saying that to because I've watched all of Degrassi High and it's good.
Yeah.
Pull-ups, trunk lifts. What's a trunk lift?
What is a trunk lift? I don't actually know what that is. Here, I'm going to look it up.
Let's see. Shay and Liberty are the only black female characters with actual character, and it hurts so bad. I feel like Marisol does have character, but Shay and Liberty tend to, definitely have a lot more, and they got to do a lot more. Faith says 15 max.
Oh, this is what that is. I didn't know that that's what that's called. That's a
What?
terrible name for that. Where you just, like, lay down and then you... Like, you're laying on your chest and you're not using your arms and you just
I've
go
never
up.
had to do that.
I had to do that a lot, and then I moved to the south and didn't have to do it ever again.
Damn. People are putting in their, pacer tests. I don't run well either. I can't remember what... I can't remember what I used to do. Like, I didn't... I don't think I failed the mile, like, when it counted, but I still wasn't... Like, I was still towards, the back of where you can do it and not fail.
So, I asked because one year I was like, alright, just to flex, let's see what my actual limit is. And, exactly as predicted, it wasn't that I got tired and stopped, it's that I got tired and was just better at pushing my body beyond my limits than everybody else, because I got 35. I didn't win. I didn't beat everybody, but it got to the point where there was only like 3 people who weren't what you would describe as a meathead left, and I was one of those 3.
Ouch. Ouch. Do you think the events in Schools Out could have played differently if Wheels and Snake were just allowed to fight it out? I mean, technically, yeah, they would have played differently, but I think it would have ended the same where, like, Snake doesn't really feel comfortable talking to to his high school friends, and, like, he and Wheels just don't really reconnect until later on in the show. And I feel like even still, it would very soon end up where Snake does reveal that Joey's carrying on with Tessa Campanelli.
Oh, also that person who drowned would have just fucking died, because Snake would have been in way worse shape.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's probably true. But I mean, then again, he's also a lifeguard. I think, and he would have still, depending on if he was still in the area, he could have at least called for help, at least still. Because, I think Yik and then one other guy, I can't remember, also came to help Snake when when they saw what was going on. Anyone else have that kid in gym class that just kept going and showing off way after everyone else stopped?
Yep.
I can't remember.
There was at least 3 of them. See, in my school, we had a combined gym, so everyone in every grade, not literally every person, but everybody who had this time slot was all in the gym all at the same time because the gym was gargantuan. And it was a single combined class, and there was no levels and there was no teaching. Just shut up and do it.
Yeah. I was in a girls' gym, and a lot of the time, people just didn't really want to, actually do real fitnessy stuff and keep going, so...
Yeah.
I don't really remember anyone standing out, really.
I totally know the kind that you mean, because for the most part, I was one of them.
Yeah, and I hate you, and I would have hated you in high school because I just wanted to play my fucking sports ball because I never got to play fucking sports ball, and here you are. Oh, I just want to walk around the track, and there's enough of you guys to where we just end up walking around the goddamn track, and I don't want to do that. This is my only time to be physical, and this asshole.
Well, in my gym class, there was 80 people. So
oh, good for you.
You could have always played the sport if you wanted, but I didn't have to, ever. I got to walk the track every single day. It was the best.
And fuck you, because my class wasn't that big. Excuse me. And even when there was you can play the sport if you wanted to, not enough people wanted to play, so we just end up walking around the gym, because that's a fun way to spend an hour.
There were 2 exceptions to me not ever playing the sport. One of them was floor hockey, and the other one was badminton.
I did love both of those. Man, those are fun. Floor hockey, badminton, soccer. Yes. I remember there was one time where I was playing so hard at floor hockey, like my face was turning red, and like the gym teacher had me come off the court and just sit down because like, dude, you're going way too hard. Are you okay? And I'm just like, yes, I'm living for this, man. I just couldn't help that. I had to be all over the place, man. Because, like, I didn't have, like, agility or strength or anything going for me. All I had was just energy. I was willing to put in a lot more energy than a lot of the other people in gym class would. And so that's just, that was my only edge, and, I enjoyed it. Let's see. Wheels' tragic character in Degrassi in real life. Yep. I'm really sad they never did a plot where a character skips class and infects them. Like, they could have done it with a character like Connor, skipped once and gets addicted to it. What? I don't think skipping class is something you really get addicted to.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah. Not in like a traditional addictive kind of way, but, I definitely knew, because I hung out with those kids, the people who would skip class fucking constantly, and they were never there, and they would like show up halfway through class, and the teacher was like, "You were out again," and the kid is like, "Yeah," and then just go sit down.
I mean, Esme is she skipped class constantly, and she actually got consequences because she wasn't able to graduate with the rest of her class, so that's something like that, but. I think, so for one, I think there's not a lot of consequences for skipping class because Degrassi seems like that kind of school where it's like, it's not like they basically have freedom to go places during the school day. They're not trapped in school like I was in my high school, where you literally could not leave campus once you're registered to be there, and you had to like get special permission to leave early or come in late because you had a study hall in the first or last periods of the day.
Yeah, if you had the capacity to drive, you could like go to McDonald's for lunch or something.
Yeah, we could not do that. We literally could not leave, and if we did, we got in trouble. But I also am reminded in my last year of high school, there was this guy who barely showed up for class, and yet he still did all the work. He still got pretty decent grades, and like as my teacher at the time said, like, you're gonna do very well in college. Like, where showing up for class isn't mandatory. Just, make sure you do the coursework, and there you go.
Yep. Except that they've turned all lower grade school colleges, like community colleges, into high schools.
Yeah, and I fucking hate it because that goes against the idea of what college is supposed to be. You're supposed to have the freedom to do whatever, to miss class as you need to. There's no fucking attendance. Who cares if you don't go to school? Okay, it matters in like high school and primary education because it's state run, and you get in trouble if you don't go to school. But in college, you're paying them to teach you. No one's doing that's not how public school works. You're paying them to give you education. Why should they punish you for not receiving the education you're paying them to give you? What the fuck?
Yeah. Like, attendance in college is it makes no sense, because, like, the point of attendance is there's a federal mandate to keep you here because, like, the purpose of school is to function as a prison.
Yeah, so why the fuck do they have attendance in college? Why are they docking you if you don't show up? No, fuck you, college. Stop trying to be more important than you actually are.
There's a moment of like shearing stuff off, like the old world. Anytime that I was in a class in college and somebody like asks to go to the bathroom or something, and the teacher's just like, "What are you even asking me for? Just leave. I don't care." Yeah. This isn't high school anymore, bruh.
Exactly. You're supposed to be adults. If you can saddle someone in college with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, you can also give them a little bit of leeway to not go to class.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the students aren't going to do anything about it because they're not the ones with the power to do anything about it.
yeah.
I know I mentioned it before, but I really wish Degrassi would have included characters with some sort of disability besides Wheels and that one kid with Asperger's.
I don't think Wheels had a disability. Like, the closest to disability he had was his glasses, I think. There were a couple...
Somebody had dyslexia, didn't they?
Yeah, especially early on. A couple characters did have some, like, learning disabilities. I don't remember if someone had dyslexia. Maybe they did, but, Joey had dyscalculia. I think, No. Joey did have dyslexia, maybe. Yeah, I think Joey did. And then, Liberty had dyscalculia, but that didn't really come into play, very much. There were just not a lot of disabilities, and I really think,
Faith meant Jimmy. That's why.
Okay. Gotcha. I mean, Wheels, Jimmy, same person. Like, Jimmy's got wheels, so it's okay.
Yeah, it might as well be.
Yeah. It'd be nice, though, like, for them to have more characters with disability, like, because they're not that rare.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, a portion of that, it does depend on where you live. Like, when I lived in Illinois, I knew more people in 1 year that had had a disability of some kind, usually like some developmental disorder or something like that. I knew more in the single year than I had met in my entire previous life or since moving away. Combined.
Well, I mean, it helps so you don't interact with a lot of people.
Yes, I do. I've met thousands of people.
Well, you don't interact with people in a way that would reveal, like, if they've got some sort of, like, learning or such disability.
Not anymore. Not since moving away from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But, like, what was the excuse for the previous 11 years?
Well, the previous 11 years, you were just more of an asshole.
I wasn't the only one who moved with me that noticed.
My college had an attendance policy. If the class was 3 times a week, if you missed 7+ classes for the semester, a professor could have had the option to give you a non-passing grade. I hate that, and it's stupid, and fuck that professor, college, whatever.
It's not like the professor's job is even to teach you things.
Yeah,
They're
like...
just there to have a person to ask questions about, because if you actually challenge them on it, if they're like, you are teaching this badly, they'll be like, deal with it.
Yeah, like, half the reason why Ivy League schools and colleges and such, like, are so hard is because, like, you're meant to do all the teaching to yourself. You're supposed to do all the reading and learning, and the professor is just there to, like, maybe do a quick review and go over questions you have, or go over things that are not included in the reading. That's all they're there for. And that's why, someone like Paige fails out of Banting, because, it's just expected for you to keep up with all of this shit that you weren't expected to do in high school, because it's a very different sort of atmosphere and learning environment. Like, the teacher handholds you in high school, and then in college, it's basically the teacher's just supplemental to the actual text of the class, which is the readings and such.
Which is why, if you just want to learn things, don't even bother going to school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm very much I just wanted to learn things guy, which is why I just, like, left and, didn't pursue, like, a master's degree or anything like that.
Well, yeah,
because I definitely have the ability, but, like...
There's no reason to, except for, outside, outside reasons. Like, where you're trying to go into a field that requires a degree of some sort. If you're just doing it just for you, then don't.
I had too many professors, too many times in a row, who were just, like, bad at it. Like,
yeah.
I had one psych professor who was like, you should be spending 3 hours per credit hour per week on homework. And I'm like, how many other classes do you think people have?
Oh yeah.
Furthermore,
Yeah, that's a huge problem in any sort of education. Every single fucking teacher thinks their class is the only class you have. Or they act like it at least. They give you bucket loads of homework and it's like, how am I gonna do this and then also do the homework for the other classes and also not go fucking insane because I have other shit to do in my life other than homework.
and on top of that, like, if you need to assign 3 hours per credit hour of homework, you should not be a professor. You should be fired. You should not be allowed to work.
Yeah, especially
in this capacity. You are bad at your job.
Yeah, especially because like research has recently shown, like at least from what I saw, that homework isn't effective.
Homework is a total failure. Yes.
Yeah, homework is just a time waster at this point, but you know, they keep giving it to you because that's what you're supposed to do, right?
It's the industrial model. We need good factory workers. That's what it's for.
Yeah, we need to get you early and, you know, teach you that school, work, whatever, it doesn't stop when you clock out. It keeps going into your regular life. You better keep your eye on that email because if your boss emails you and you don't respond within a timely fashion, that'll be your head.
My response has always been, if I am to be expected to respond to a message, I will be paid for that time in which I am making myself available to you.
Yep. But they won't because everyone in Degrassi has to be sexualized, and it's more taboo to show disabled people with sexual interests.
Oh, yeah, it totally is.
Face spilling tea, true tea.
That's an excellent point.
Yep.
And a perspective on it that I never think about.
Well, yeah, because, it's so true. Like, it just feels uncomfortable for someone who's, like, not, like, you know, when it's like, well, but are they really able to consent because they're not really, you know, fully there?
Well, yeah, like, anybody can be hot, man.
Yeah, anyone can be hot, anyone can be interested in sex.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, except for asexuals, but still.
Right.
Well, no, okay, I lied. Don't listen to me. I'm too drunk to understand what I'm saying. Okay, so shut up, me.
If your argument is we want to be able to sexually objectify people, you can sexually objectify all kinds of people.
Yeah. You can sexually objectify animals. That's what furries do. Just kidding.
Way to make everything worse.
No. I told you don't listen to me. I'm too drunk for this, guys. Welcome to Crazy Vamp. Welcome. It's only been like an hour and 20 minutes, and here we are. Okay.
Super Zay says hi.
Hey,
hi, Super Zay.
How you doing, buddy? I don't know you. Just don't mind me. Don't mind me. I have too much drink in me.
Summer, winter, spring, or autumn?
Autumn. I love autumn so much.
My prediction is correct.
Okay. I love how aesthetic all the colors are. Spring is very aesthetic too, but so with spring, there's always the promise of bugs coming back, and, you know, therefore mosquitoes coming back. But with autumn, like, the bugs are disappearing, and, like, so then you can enjoy autumn in full swing as it, like, you know, without having to worry about bug bites all the time. And also, it's a lot cooler and just more comfortable to be outside. It's not too cold and it's not too hot. It's beautiful.
I bet I can predict your ranking of the rest of the seasons. Like, so you put autumn at the top. What are the other three? What's their order? Autumn and then?
Spring, winter, summer.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Do you want to guess mine?
Autumn, winter, spring, summer.
Correct.
Oh my god, I did it!
Perfect.
That's great. I know people with learning disabilities because I have one myself, and they would group up people with learning disabilities in elementary school and middle school. Yeah, basically, as soon as, you're revealed or exposed or something to have a learning disability, you're basically sanctioned off from the rest of society. That's what our education system does. Like, you're suddenly in special ed classes, and like it's basically what they do with honors students and like people they deem super smart.
It's a dishonors class.
Yeah, you're sectioned off from the rest of society
with the rest of the defectives.
Yeah, with the rest of the defectives or the rest of the weird brainers, and yeah, you basically end up in your own subculture that the rest of the school forgets about until you suddenly are in their face. Okay. Sorry, I think my headphones were having issues for a second. Everything on YouTube was crackling for a couple minutes. Oh, okay. Hopefully, it got sorted out. I saw, your message about, the mic was crackling, but no one else was saying anything, so it's like, I wasn't sure, but hopefully it got sorted out.
Just.
Yeah, do you feel that the substance abuse angles were done realistically, and which ones are better in your opinion? Yes and no. Like, Degrassi does lean a lot into, like, if you do drugs,
Reefer Madness?
then, yeah, the Reefer Madness type stuff. Like, I didn't really like the angle that they had with Spinner and getting on the reefer to, not end up throwing up everything. But, like, because it very much leaned into the Reefer Madness, drug bad kid. Because the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of, like, what do you want? How do you say it?
Well, I can give my take on this,
like,
which is...
habitual drug users who, like, just, they look like normal people. They function and act like normal people. They hold down jobs, and they're not utterly destroyed or consumed by it. Yes, there are people who are, but they're not the only people. Like, and then something that I do want to defend, as always, is Peter's addiction to, or like a tryst with meth, and how like short it was. I will defend that and continually point out that he didn't get to a point where he was like addicted for it based on the chemicals. It was more just based on, this is supposed to help me feel better, so I'm leaning into it.
So the thing that I think is the least realistic is it's not common enough in Degrassi.
It's
like,
not,
there's
like,
not nearly enough people doing drugs, and it's never just a bottomless part of somebody's life. They're always a problem when they're drug users. Like, I hung out in high school with a lot of criminals, and like, I separately from that, I hung out with a lot of burnouts. They were not all the same person. That one guy who like forgot to take his switchblade out of his jacket happened to also like be into drugs, but a lot of the other people who were into drugs were doing it because their lives sucked, and an entire other contingent of people were doing it just because it's a thing that people do.
Yeah, like, drug use is way more prevalent than media and people like to think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot more, God, what's...
I'll give my hottest version of this, which is there's way more people who are just living a mostly healthy, reasonable life on heroin than you would be willing to accept.
Oh, definitely. Like, I know, like, a lot of my family just does weed. I mean, and, it works out because, like, they live in Illinois, which is now recreational friendly, but, like, a lot of them, like, are into weed, and a lot of them also live pretty healthy or at least productive lives. Not all of them, I'll admit, but yeah, like, and I do appreciate how ubiquitous drinking is in Degrassi. Like, when there's a party or something, like, it just incidentally people are drinking, and not, like, the worst doesn't always happen, because people are drinking. It just, it's just natural teens drink. But, yeah, if Degrassi was more realistic, it would show more, like, at least more marijuana use. I can't imagine that the kids of Canada are less marijuana friendly than the kids of the United States.
Yeah.
Especially considering that recreational weed has been available longer than in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There are actual guidelines and laws about not separating exceptional students, disabled/gifted, but they don't get followed despite being drilled into your head when studying this stuff. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, it's just, I can, like, I understand that it just feels easier to section off these kids, like, you know, because, like, oh, they need special attention, but, you know, at the end of the day, it ends up being like, oh, I'm somehow too different to be allowed into normal society.
Yep.
And, like, to be honest, there is a level, like, when you're in the gifted class of, like, superiority that you can glean from it. But I know my experience of...
Hey, my sense of superiority came well before I was in any of those gifted classes, alright? You were saying?
But at least my takeaway from it ended up being, like, I've been sectioned off from society a little bit. Like, even though I did take pride in, like, oh, look at me, I'm in AP classes, I'm in honors classes, I'm getting good grades, I still got, like, I still felt othered because I wasn't with my friend group that was in the normal classes. Like, and how people, like, some of my friend group would look at me like, yeah, I'm the smart one, but it's like, no, I'm just like you guys. Like, I'm faking it till I make it, man. Like, why can't you guys see that too, man? I suck at math. I'm not the brainiac.
Why is math your go-to example there?
Because, I remember, like, I vaguely remember through a poem I wrote, that I named math, describing this exact feeling. Like, where people are like, yeah, you're smart, like, you've got to be good at math because you're in, like, smart classes. And I'm like, no, I barely get by, especially in math. Guys, come on, like, why don't you believe me when I say that?
Yeah, because the gift that they're measuring for those gifted courses is your ability to
take tests. Yeah.
And to do the work that they want you to do.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's all. It's a measurement of obedience.
Yeah, the only way I was able to do so well in school is because I happened to remember most of the things they taught us before the test. And after the test, I was hopeless. Like, when it came time to finals, like, you know, stuff I learned at the beginning of the year that seemed so obvious at the time, like, it was like, oh, I'm reaching. I'm trying to find it, but it's like, I can't.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, yeah, everything is obvious to me because I'm the greatest living human.
Okay, I need to hit the bathroom. Unfortunately, I cannot share in your hubris. Although, you know, I have at least a little bit of a big head because, look at me, I'm a YouTuber.
I mean, hubris is like pride beyond your
narcissism.
station.
Narcissism. Or whatever.
It's like hubris is like comparing yourself to the gods, and like, what if you just are though?
I mean, I've got to have this level of full of myself because I dare to be a YouTuber and think my opinion matters enough to talk about it. Like, I literally think, like, that's, like, half the reason why I'm a YouTuber, because, you know, I'm so shy, and I don't like talking to people a lot of times, but I do enjoy doing stuff like this, because, frankly, I like people asking for my opinion. I like feeling like my opinion matters. So, you guys are all enablers, just saying. I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right. I, meanwhile, am very secure in the knowledge that my opinion is good and interesting and better than other people's opinion. And so I actually feel less obligated to share it with people. Like, I feel like I am doing a good thing when I give my opinion on things, because my superior opinion is the shining example for others who are beneath me. But, like, that doesn't mean that I necessarily have to go out of my way. And, like, if I make a good case to somebody and they just don't listen, well, that's really, like, that person's problem, you know? Like, I don't have to work so hard to convince everybody that I'm right, because I actually am right. Your approval of my opinion has no bearing on me being right. I was right to begin with. Anybody else out there feel like that? That's probably just a me thing.
Dude, I don't think you're going to find someone who finds what you just said hashtag relatable unless they're a YouTuber.
I actually think that YouTubers are more likely to have like a social complex about it. They're more likely to be like you than like me.
Yes and no, I think. Because I'm pretty sure someone like, I don't know, Jeffree Star is probably more like you.
People like me are more likely to be YouTubers, but YouTubers in general are not like me.
I don't know YouTubers in general, so...
Well,
YouTubers that, like, bread tubers, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As doubly so.
Yeah. Nope. Gifted class made me realize I was different, and different was bad. That's what the society rules of the playground told me. Yeah. Yeah, basically, because, like, there's a reason why the nerd, archetype, as outdated as it's gotten, exists. Because standing out from the crowd, whether or not it's because you're somehow considered lesser or better than the crowd, like, regardless, standing out at all is considered a bad. Tarbeck is the one superior being, and therefore nobody can relate to that. I think Faith hit it on the head.
At least of people who are watching the stream. So out of the 10 people, I'm not expecting to find anybody who's who does relate to that.
Probably not. All right. Favorite hobby. Favorite hobby.
Other than YouTube.
I was gonna say, what are my hobbies? Like...
Animal Crossing.
I was gonna say, video gaming isn't a hobby, is it?
It's kind of a hobby.
What are my hobbies?
The idea of a hobby is outdated now.
I mean, kinda, because, like, we've wrapped around where you can go back to monetizing hobbies again.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're not, like, factory farmer or factory, like, workers right now. I guess, poetry. Like, I love writing poetry. I wish, like, I could publish a poetry book or something and people would care about it. I like the version of me that writes poems.
How about if we just have the conception of, like, something that you do purely where your primary thing that you're getting out of it is that doing it is fun, not for recognition.
Drawing and coloring. Like, I'd like to be better, and I'd like to be good enough to draw for recognition, but I also just find drawing and coloring fun as well.
Yeah, this is where I think that the idea of the hobby is outdated, because I don't have anything that where my primary motivation is that doing it is fun other than video games.
Watching anime.
Like, I mean, yeah, technically, but I'm not just doing it because it's fun. I'm doing it for analysis, and the analysis is fun.
Okay, yeah, analysis, that's your hobby. I mean, mainly because you're not monetizing it in some way.
Yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is I should make movie reviews or something.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Look, see, that's, like, secretly have we been pushing towards this the whole time? Like, are you going to be masked to making, YouTubey, like, content you typically find on YouTube?
Well, the last movie review we were going to do together was Underworld, and that never happened, so...
Well, time to get the whip out. Whoopoosh.
Pa.
Yeah. Daddy YouTube doesn't allow for non-YouTube hobbies. No, it does not. Like, basically, Daddy YouTube says, monetize your hobbies, and if you can't, they're not hobbies worth having.
Let's see. Tattoos.
I don't have any.
It's not even do you have any tattoos. It just says tattoos.
Yeah.
Tattoos?
I don't have any. I've thought about getting some, but then it's also like, I don't know what they're going to look like when I'm old and wrinkly. You know, what if I don't like them at the end of the day? So, like, I don't have the guts to get a tattoo. Tattoos on other people can be cool. I find I kind of like bearskin a little bit more, but, you know, I also, depending on the tattoo, don't care.
Yeah, I feel like the gap between having one tattoo and having two tattoos is 1,000 times smaller than the gap between having no tattoos and having one tattoo.
Yeah, I would agree.
Same thing for piercings.
I can kind of see that. Especially in modern times where, like, having your ears just pierced, like, for general earrings is kind of the default.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because I've never had my ears pierced at all. And
I always think that you have and they just healed up, but
No.
I'm looking at the spot right there and that's just a slightly darkened spot underneath this little bit right here.
Yeah, I've never had my ears pierced. I kind of wish I did, and, like, they never healed up, so then I can actually wear earrings. Because I'm too much of a coward to actually get done because, like, I can just talk myself out of ever getting my ears pierced. Like, I kind of wish I was like my friend in high school who got their ears pierced. Like, their mom pierced their ears, like, when they were really young and they never healed up. So, now they just have pierced ears and now they can just wear earrings if they so choose.
You mean never closed up?
Yeah.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. What you said. I wish. Because then, like, if I got it done really young, then I wouldn't remember the pain. And
It doesn't hurt.
yeah. Oh, yeah, sure it doesn't.
Getting your ears pierced? No, getting your ears pierced does not hurt.
I don't believe you. I cannot believe you.
Like,
Have you ever gotten your ears pierced? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Give me your arm.
No.
Give me your arm.
No, I don't want to be pinched.
I'm not pinching you, I'm scratching you.
I don't know if I want that.
Come here.
No, I don't know if it's you.
Come here.
Come here. I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to, gravely wound you.
Yeah. That.
I don't think that's all. I am pretty sure it hurts a lot more than that.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. I literally cannot believe you. Like, I don't feel like I have reason to believe that it's only like that.
You know what hurts way worse than getting your ears pierced?
What?
Wearing clip-on earrings for more than an hour.
It does hurt a lot, but I don't know if it hurts worse, but, like, I'm also concerned about piercing my ears and then not wearing earrings and then they close up.
That is a problem.
Like, yeah, because I feel like if it hurts as much as I think it does, then I won't want to go through it again. And also, there's, like, a startup cost as well to getting my ears pierced a second time.
Would it be better if we got to see some failure stories with no attempt at a redemption arc? The closest thing to this might have been Esme.
There definitely was going to be a redemption arc with Esme. We just never got it because Degrassi stopped.
I actually prefer that, like, a portion of them just, like, spiral off into infinite failure, like Wheels.
I mean, Wheels did kind of get redeemed just, like, off... Well, like, he got better off screen. Because he was a different man in Season 3 of Degrassi Next Generation than he was when we last saw him in School's Out. I think the closest thing we've got to that, honestly, would be, like, someone like Luke, where, like, all of our exposure to him was him still, like, being an asshole in some way. Or like, Craig's dad. Like, before,
where he just dies before he can suck less.
Well, he dies, but also, like, when it looks like he might actually suck less, he's still just, the same evil person he was. I think it'd be cool to see something like that, but it'd also be hard to write without them coming off as a one-note character. And that's why a lot of the people who don't get redemption arcs end up, being side characters or disappearing after, they do the big bad. It'd be cool to see that worked out in some way, though.
So I just realized that we started talking about piercings and we stopped talking about tattoos. So, tattoo thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Well, I already gave all my tattoo thoughts.
Alright, I think I would want to change my mind too much, which is not how people who get tattoos think about tattoos.
No. I still stand by the thing that I heard was basically, like, put the tattoo, like, as your wallpaper or up on your wall and have to look at it for a month and see if you still like it. before getting it.
See, I heard 2.5 years.
I didn't hear that. I heard month. Got them done in 7th grade. Then again, I'm a massive wimp with no pain tolerance. Same here. It's hard for me to be a masochist because I have no pain tolerance. Like, it sucks, man. the hard lives of a masochist. I don't know. 5,000 light years away. Hello, how you doing? I'm so glad there's somebody out there overanalyzing Degrassi. I would fight you on that. I'm not overanalyzing it. I'm just thinking about it. Just saying. Does anyone else think Riley's storyline was really interesting? Excuse me, with his battle with homophobia and anger issues, and it wasted not the Degrassi, the great. It wasted not. And it was wasted on the not the greatest actor. I think it is a wonderful story. I totally love the story in general. Riley's actor was definitely not the greatest, but I don't think it was wasted because I think the point got through enough, especially for someone like me who, well, I mean, then again, I'm someone who doesn't really recognize bad acting or it doesn't bother me as much unless it's like it crosses a certain barrier, I guess. It crosses a certain threshold. To me, at least, I love Riley's story, and I thought it was performed well enough, definitely to get the point across and get all the emotions across. I love Riley's story.
I guess I have that to look forward to.
Yeah!
Right on.
Basically. Like, does it bother you that these streams always end up being a Degrassi-related stream?
No.
Okay, cool. Like, we should keep watching...
It is the center of your channel.
Yeah, we should keep watching Degrassi, especially so that you can, like, you know, understand Degrassi. But now we've got Cardcaptor Sakura to fight against it.
Yeah. I've been considering, like, speed watching some Degrassi.
Dude, I want to be with you when you watch Degrassi. Like, yeah, just tell me whenever you feel like watching Degrassi and I'll watch it with you. Just saying.
You don't have my stamina for watching things.
I have your stamina for watching Degrassi, though.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do! Yes, I do! How, you don't understand, man. Like, Degrassi is different from other things.
If you're sure.
I am sure.
Okay.
Like, unless I'm doing my, like, apparently I've got, like, quirky anime girl sickness where I just feel nauseous randomly, then I am happy to watch Degrassi, man.
All right.
Yeah.
I will prove you wrong.
Oh, I will bet this, I don't really...
High hopes and low expectations.
Yeah, kampai! I remember Spinner being super homophobic at one point. Yes, he was. He was. And I like them exploring Spinner having to come to grips with that and, like, you know, basically learning how to be a not homophobic person. Starting with, like, coming to accept Marco as a gay person and understanding that just because Marco's gay doesn't mean he's interested in Spinner at all. And then also having to reconcile his newfound Christian faith with gayness.
So, I remember having a conversation with somebody who was gay at the time. And I was like, I was way ahead of the curve on being pro-gay because it was like 2004. Mm-hmm. And he was saying, like, look, dude, it's not like I'm into every dude. He was not saying this to me, but yeah. He was like, look, dude, it's not like I'm into every dude. You're not into every girl you see, are you? And we looked at each other and we were like, yes, actually, we kind of are.
What?
Because we're 14.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's probably where that comes from. Where that belief comes from, because a lot of the people who believe that all gay people are out for every single dude are themselves out for every single woman. All of them.
Probably. That is a very foreign thing to me, because I was definitely not out for every single, like, person. Like, when I thought I was definitely straight, I was not out for every single dude, definitely.
that's like I'm sympathetic to the idea of it. I don't have. It was a long time before I had personal experience with not being attracted to a person on the grounds that they are a woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by a long time, I mean like, 25 maybe?
Oh, hold on.
As in when I was 25? If that? And it only, like, kind of tapered off. It didn't, like, go down to what you experience.
The allosexual experience, like, I hate to say it, is just so carnal. I don't understand it.
It's not like I even like it.
I know. But it's still, it's just like, it's so, like, it's so basal to me. It's like, that is such a condescending way to frame it, but it's like, that's.
But like, it is, though, and you don't have any input over whether it's the case or not. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm very, very, I was at the time, and all the way up until, like, I don't know, 2017 maybe, pretty anti-dude. I hated dudes. I still don't like most of them. Like, I tend to rate people on a scale of 1 to 5. And if you're a woman, you automatically start out as a 4. And if you're a man, you automatically start out as a 2.
So where does the non-binary pals go?
By virtue of not being a man.
Okay, so just don't be a man.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Yes. And the only guys I want in my life are what you would not consider regular masculine dudes. And here's the crazy thing, though, is as women became more like less omnidirectionally attractive to me, I didn't value men more. I just valued women less.
Yeah.
Now it's 2 and 3 instead of 2 and 4.
I can see that. Like, that maps to you. Because you basically reject the things just accepted as features of masculinity.
Yeah. If you are a woman, you are just a person. And if you are a dude, you are presumed defective by default and must overcome your handicap of being controlled entirely by your balls.
So I was gonna say that I can definitely relate because I feel similarly, but that is way more that is way stronger than I feel. Because what I feel is like it's easier for a woman in my eyes to be like for me to be drawn to them than it is for a dude. A dude has a lot more hoops to jump through in order for me to be drawn to them. Afka just says, any thoughts on Marco and Ellie being codependent? I loved it so much. Like,
real quick, I have way more on that. Keep your eye out for the Arch plays.
Yeah, we need to make the Arch plays a thing, because one way or another, I need to get into, like, I need YouTube to be my job, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do hotels for much longer, and I don't know what else job I can hold. Right. But that's a thing for another time. Don't worry about me. Marco and Ellie, I love how codependent they were. Like, friends can be codependent too. It doesn't have to just be romantic partners. And I love how extreme it got to, the point of them, like, having sex and, being like, can we just be... Are you blowing your nose into a dust mask?
I'm blowing my nose with a face mask, yes.
What the fuck? You better throw that away!
I am.
Oh my god! This is a whole new look for you!
It's a disposable mask. I didn't have a shop towel.
Why, though? You always have a shop towel.
Because when they get used up, I do eventually throw them away.
Eventually? Oh my god, man. Okay, but Marco and Ellie, I love that storyline. It unfortunately ended up in a season that I didn't really care about, and in a time where Marco and Ellie weren't the most interesting people, but their codependency was great. Okay, what's next? Vamp mentioned stream being a drinking game. It was glazed over that you should take a shot every time Vamp or Tarbuck says Degrassi. Oh, that'd be a fun drinking game. Unfortunately, I can't play it because I'm already drinking, though. Spin facts, though. I thoroughly enjoyed Tarbuck's hot takes, says Faith.
Real quick, I think a better drinking game might actually be when we try to get back to something from Degrassi, like when we start.
I don't think so, because like this is one of the few times where we actually have like an actual topic to do.
Yeah, but most of the time, we are trying to have a conversation about something, and then we start talking about Degrassi, and then we're like, all right, back to our main topic, and then continue talking about Degrassi.
I guess. Also, Michelle Mayhem says, burn that mask.
I threw it away.
You better. Okay, question number... we're only on question 12 of 41, guys. Do you wear glasses? I do wear glasses. I need glasses to see far away, and I really should wear them more often than I do. Like, when I'm at home, I never think of wearing glasses because I never really feel like I need to, but really, I probably should. I've also apparently got slight astigmatism, at least as of last year. I haven't gotten my eyes checked recently, and there's apparently like a spot on my eye, and so the Walmart doctor person that I was seeing was all like unconcerned, like, oh yeah, just keep an eye on it. And it's like, okay, but what the fuck is this about? Like, should I be worried? I got a spot in my eye. That's not something you just hear and you're like, okay, that's fine.
Wearing glasses is superior to not wearing glasses. It looks 100 times better.
Faith sprayed me. Can you grab my glasses? Because I'm being naughty. I'm actually
Your
feeling...
vision is as bad as mine?
No, it's not!
It's pretty close.
Check out my glasses. Give me yours. Because I can't see out of yours.
That's because they're dirty.
No, I cleaned them and I tried them.
Yeah, yours are way weaker than mine.
Yeah. You think I'm lying about shit? No. Like, your glasses hurt. Like, everything is so blurry with yours. Like...
Well, they are also dirty.
I just wiped them.
It doesn't help.
I don't care.
It's caked on.
I can actually see with mine, okay? I tell you, guys. The shit I have to put up with. Aren't I, like, such a martyr for you guys? Phobias.
Oh, real quick. If I got my eyes fixed by magic tomorrow, I would continue wearing glasses, but non-prescription glasses, because it looks so much better.
Yeah, there are a lot of hairstyles and, like, looks that I've created that depend on glasses in my eyes. Like, the only reason I'm able to wear a hairstyle where I've got my hair fully pulled back to where, like, I don't really have anything covering my forehead, it's just the hairline. The only way I can wear that is if I've got glasses and my mask. Well, at least the glasses, because otherwise I feel like I just hate how I look without it.
So, phobias.
Okay, so welcome to how to destroy Vamp if you ever, like, you know, wanted to throw a harassment campaign. I hate bugs. I absolutely hate bugs. Like, you know, we're brothers in arms in the fact that, you know, we're just trying to live, and, you know, I'll let them, you know, just go. But if a bug starts, like, trying to get at me in my bed, or, like, you know, get at me otherwise to where they're more of a nuisance, I have to deal with them. I hate the feeling of falling, man. I hate it. I hate it. It throws my stomach up in a loop. I have so many fears. Like, drowning. Drowning's a huge one. Don't fucking try to drown me, man, because that's a thing of nightmares.
One of these days we need to teach you how to swim.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to that point because I'm just so terrified of drowning.
You know what's great at preventing you from drowning?
Yeah, but I have to, like,
swimming.
I have to get over my fear of drowning to learn how to swim, to even allow myself to, like, I can't even go into a pool without plugging my nose, like, manually.
You mean, like, with your hands?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be the first skill to learn.
I know, and I tried that one time when, like, I tried multiple times, like, when you took us swimming that one time, and it's just, I'm just too terrified. I can't do it.
You'll figure it out.
Oh, I'll figure it out. Oh, Woo! Yeah, sure.
Yep.
No. I've got a lot of fears, man. I've got a lot of phobias and fears.
Phobias for Tarbuck. Nope.
Yeah. You're the kind of asshole that wouldn't have any.
It's true.
Yeah. Let's see.
Like, crazy shit can be going down, and I'll just be like, yeah, that's mildly concerning. I'm walking slightly faster. That's what I'm doing.
Faith says, it's not that you're lying, Vamp. It's that Tarbuck is just so superior and right by the default. That sounds like it's written by Tarbuck.
Yes. My disciple.
You've come under his influence too much. You must step out.
Step away from the light, Sora.
Yep.
The bees are nothing to fear.
Bees.
My God. Bees. My God.
Nicknames. So I tried to make Bubbles a thing in 7th grade, and it was totally lost on me, the sexual connotation of Bubbles. It just felt like it fitted in 7th grade.
You mean Bubbles like the Powerpuff Girl, then?
Yeah, in that same vein, just like bubbly personality.
Yeah, actually, Bubbles is the Powerpuff Girl that is the most like you.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I see myself as a cross between Bubbles and Blossom. Like, I'm pragmatic in some ways, but I'm also a lot cheery.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I am Blossom and Buttercup.
Yeah. So I guess it works out because we got all three represented.
Yep. I just like apply force to things. That's what I do.
And there's your Buttercup. Faith says Tarbuck has been corrupting me on the Discord.
Yep.
Which, yeah, you have.
Yep.
Tarbuck is an interesting influence on all. Red Siren, hello! Welcome to the stream. Riley's storyline went from being frequent to forgetting he existed. A little bit. Like, excuse me, he definitely took more of a backseat in later season, in like season 11. But I think part of that is just like his storyline, like the most interesting part was kind of ending. Like, by season 11, he was out and gay and pretty proud. And, like, the only thing left was to, work through his mom, get her and his family to, accept him as gay. And then also, like, come to terms with the fact that he's a gay football player. And gay football players are not exactly, well respected. So I can kind of understand that, in a way. Like, how he kind of became a background character.
No, I don't know this from experience, but not everyone's life is interesting the whole time they're living it.
I mean, true, but also, fuck you. Oh, Scooter. I love Scooter. Oh, I've got to move. I got a thing to put out. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to upload it onto YouTube. I just got to post it. And I meant to post it, before I went into work, yesterday morning, this morning, I don't know, however you want to say it. But, I couldn't. I had to choose between this stream posting and the, thing, so...
Yeah. Could JT and Paige have been a couple?
What?
Could JT and Paige have been a couple?
I was trying to figure out what the fuck are you saying, and I didn't realize you were reading from somewhere.
Could JT and Paige have been a couple?
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can also see them never being a couple. I mean, that's what we got, but I can see it possibly happening because, Paige did find charm in JT. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I can see it.
I think that would have worked out pretty well.
I think it would have worked out okay, but they definitely wouldn't be a forever couple.
Right.
They would have been good for the time.
Mm-hmm. Actually, hang on. I feel like their relationship probably would have ended in a way that I consider bullshit.
Like how?
Like, it's tough to articulate specifics, but I feel like there would have to be some kind of event or misunderstanding or something like that. It couldn't just be like, well, this was fun, but like I kind of want to date other people now.
I feel like it could be that way, or I could also definitely see how his relationship with Manny ended. Like, where basically Manny, like, or Paige found him to be a lot more immature than they needed him to be at certain moments.
Which was kind of the reason that Paige and JT, in part, didn't get together in the first place.
Yeah, because to Paige, JT was more of a charming clown than, an actual romantic interest.
Mm-hmm. You can be the funny guy, but you can't be only the funny guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liberty's the exception for liking the funny guy.
Striking that balance is how you make a successful rogue. Bard. How you make a successful bard.
Yeah.
Striking that balance is how you make a successful bard.
JT would totally be the bard.
If you're the funny guy in an RPG, the ideal is that you're the bard. What you don't want to be necessarily is the funny guy and a rogue, because that can end very badly.
Yeah. 3 drinks you drink. Truly, water, and Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Dr. Pepper cream soda, yeah.
I would buy a lot more of it, but right now I'm kind of really broke, so I can't. And it's also it's also surprisingly hard to find in stores. Like, the only reason why I got to try the Diet Dr. Pepper cream soda is because my sister texted me as soon as she found it at the local Kroger. Like, that's the only reason why I got a hold of it.
Yeah, it's a cool drink.
It is.
It's not something I want to drink more than half a can of, but
yeah, because you don't really like cream soda in general.
Cream soda is not for me, that's true.
I love cream soda. I wish there was more Diet cream sodas. I need to use the bathroom
Just
now.
give me a straight up Dr. Pepper. I would prefer that a lot.
Straight up Dr. Pepper's cool. Cream soda and Dr. Pepper, like, only the Diet cream soda Dr. Pepper tastes good. The regular one, no. I don't think I like high fructose corn syrup anymore.
Yep. It is terrible. It tastes itchy. I hate high fructose corn syrup. How you guys doing? You liking the stream so far? Do you want us to do like more of the Q&A, or do you want us to lean more in the questions on this list right here kind of direction? This is a good one. Do you have a question in particular that you want us to get to? Just name the number. Yeah, like something in this list of questions that you've been excited about us getting to, and you feel like it's slowly slipping away because we're taking forever to get to the end of this list of questions. Is there anything like that? Go ahead, take your time. I will wait for you. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Oh yeah, that could be a whole podcast.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. What's up?
Hey,
what's up?
Hey.
What could be a whole podcast?
We'll get there.
Okay.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes and no.
Go on.
So, I think a lot of the time, it's just people wanting to believe in something magical after you die, and also, like, tricks of the mind, and, like, shadows and shit. But then it's also, like, I don't have any reason to not really believe they can be, so why not? What the fuck? 32, 72, 102, 38? What's happening? I'm confused.
We'll worry about it later.
Okay, but yes and no. Like, I don't fully have reason to believe that there can't be ghosts and such, but I also think a lot of the time that it just tricks in the mind and that people try to rationalize.
So, most of the time, it is just bullshit. Most of the time, there is a mundane explanation for most things because most things are boring. However, this isn't purely a personal experience kind of thing. I'm not going to be like, all ghost stories are untrue except for mine. I'm instead going to say that me and a group of friends way back in the day used to like do experiments researching this kind of thing. The only members who were around during the like actual discovery phase that even still talk to me is just me and Mask.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's only a Mask now.
Yeah. A lot of out there stuff that I think is like with factual certainty, like it couldn't not be true, is true. Like beyond a shadow of a doubt, there's no possible way that it could be chance or like because we did so many goddamn experiments so consistently over the period of several years, constantly trying to do more and more stuff that, well, okay, so if this is just all in your head, then this shouldn't be possible. Let's try that. It works. Like I realize I'm not going into detail. I am being purposefully vague because I don't necessarily want to make this stream and my entire online identity about that. But like,
that'd be more like Mask's lane if Mask ever wanted to.
Yeah, that is like I will totally talk about it in a podcast with Mask on like. Hey, Mask, you remember how you have a YouTube channel?
I don't think Mask does, to be honest.
Yeah. That would be the place to talk about it. But, short answer, not ghosts specifically. Ghosts are not real. But other stuff in that area is real.
Okay, so what's with the fucking numbers?
Don't worry about it.
When do I get to worry about it?
I'll tell you when we get there.
Okay, fine.
Okay. What is your biggest downfall?
I guess, not having the guts to do what I think is right. Like, I guess being able to talk myself out of, like basically give people and things a lot more leeway than they really ought to have.
You do that. You do that a lot.
Yeah. So, Tarbug, Mr. I'm the best person, like, whoever fucking lived, fuck you. What's your biggest downfall?
Lack of consistency.
Yeah?
Yeah, lack of discipline.
Huh. Discipline, yeah, definitely, I can see that. Although I would say that more of a Mask, but, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely worse in other people that are around me. But it is probably the worst thing about me.
Probably, yeah, because you've been all like, I want to put out more woodworky videos and...
I've done 1 in 2 months.
Yeah, or the Arch Plays, man! Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Arch Plays. New rebrand. Tarbug, the Ghost Hunter.
Oh, if you want to listen to just a thing with me, I did a thing with my buddy Symed over on the Arch Plays channel about body hacks and stuff. Things like
plugging your shit.
How you can sleep better, how you can breathe better, that all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, I still need to listen to it. Like, I'm definitely going to get around to it at some point. Just need to find the time to get around to it. I find I don't really have a lot of time for podcasts in my life at this point because I don't have a lot of things where I can listen to podcasts and do other things right now, especially because I don't do a lot of housekeeping.
Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, so my biggest downfall is wanting to do something and is not being twins. That's
my biggest downfall.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, the biggest problem with me is that there's not 2 of me, so we can fuck.
I don't know if I'd want to fuck another version of me. I was thinking more of, like, pragmatic. Like, some days, like, the other person will go, and some days, like, oh, okay. Okay. Sleeping is for normies, and that's the most normie part of me, because I like sleeping.
Sleeping is good. Like sleeping is great. What do people have against sleeping?
I know, right?
You know what it is? It's the cult of work.
Yeah.
You are good to the extent that you are working, and if you are not reaping the benefits of work, it's because you're not working hard enough.
Yeah.
that is the sole explanation for why you have problems in your life.
I mean,
because,
that, and then also
working.
because you spend a lot of time working, you feel like you have no time for fun. And so you need to spend every moment you have not working for fun. And if you're sleeping, then you're not having fun.
Yeah. If it wasn't clear to somebody out there, I am just lying for comedic effect. I don't actually believe that. Like, work is not a virtue unto itself.
Yeah. Fuck
Protestant work ethic? Yes, definitely fuck that.
Yeah, like, fuck. So, this quarantine has really underlined the difference between me and a lot of other people. Like, a lot of other people, they're like, you know, man, I'm stuck at home. I have nothing to do. My life is worthless. And here I'm all like, dude, if you put me at home, I can do a lot of fucking shit. My life is worth a lot more if I don't have to go and do a stupid 8-hour-a-day job. And, like, I feel worthless more if I'm, you know, I have to be somewhere else for 8 hours a day that I can't really control. I feel like I'm the most forgettable at that point. Yeah, the people like who are around me will probably remember me when I'm gone, but that's not my legacy. I'm not gonna have a legacy if all I do is work at a goddamn hotel facilitating people much more rich than I am to travel and do other shit, okay?
So I don't want it to come off like I'm anti-work, all right? Because work is my favorite thing to do. It's what I like. The reason that I don't put out more videos is not because I don't want to work on those videos. I do want to work on those videos. I just also want to work on other things.
Yeah.
And so like why have I not published an episode of Taste Test in a long time? It's because I've been doing other stuff that is also work, because work is the most fun thing, period.
It's not like I won't do shit when I'm, like, if I don't have a conventional job. I'll still do shit because, like, I'd rather do things in general. But the things I want to do end up getting pushed to the side utterly, like, you know, and indefinitely, because I have a normie job where I feel like all the time that I'm not working my normie job, I have to be spending having fun, because I can't get back the time that I'm working for the man. I need to use all the time that I'm not working for the man for fun. Otherwise, all I do is work that I don't like, you know, that I don't inherently find fun. Yeah, I find YouTube fun to an extent, but it's not the same as, you know, sitting down with Animal Crossing and, you know, watching a KK Slider concert, you know?
I think I may have sat down to play video games for fun maybe 3 times in the past year where it was my idea.
I've not been doing a lot of video games for fun lately, and it makes me a little bit sad.
Animal Crossing?
I've not been Animal Crossing as much as, you know, I was.
That's true.
Like, I need to get into New Leaf so then I can Animal Cross as much as I was before.
Favorite character from each show? Degrassi Junior High, Degrassi High, TNG, and Next Class.
No, not this question again. No, I will disappear before. Why do I...
Disavow?
I disavow this question.
Do you want to make it a pinned tweet or something?
I reject this question. Like, yeah, but I hate getting this question, but, you know, I guess I'll answer it because...
You need to answer it in a centralized place. Make it its own video.
No, because people keep asking me for it. And I don't want to make it its own video because I don't like this question.
No, make it a tweet.
No one reads my tweets unless they're like lefty fucks, okay?
No.
Only lefty fucks read my tweets, except for that one person who likes me from Degrassi. Well, there's 2 people, okay?
Here's what you gotta do.
I guess sometimes Carrie reads my tweets, but yeah.
Make it your pinned tweet.
I can pin tweets?
Yeah, and then when somebody is like... Hey, what's your favorite Degrassi?
Wait, so do I just, like, pull up Twitter right now and show, hey, look at my pinned tweet? That is my... Alka, I'm not mad at you, or, like, I'm not hating on you at all. I hate, like, the question is my problem, like, it's not you at all, okay? You just happen to be the facilitator of this question right now?
If you link people who ask you that your Twitter... then you'll get more Twitter followers.
I already have a bunch of Twitter followers. I have a lot of Twitter followers.
Do you have 1,000?
Why do you have to take me down a peg? Like having like almost like rough, like having just under 200 or how many Twitter followers do I have? I'm not on Twitter on here. I need. Where's Brave? I need to know how many Twitter followers I have, cause now this is a dick wagging contest. I need to wag my dick in front of people, otherwise, you know.
You need to dag your wick.
Yeah, otherwise I'm not useful. I guess. What? I have 169 followers, okay? I've got a lot of followers, okay? It's not 1,000, but you know, it's enough for me.
How many was it?
169.
169.
That is way more followers than I ever thought I'd have, okay?
Right on.
Yeah. Cool.
I wonder how many Twitter followers I have. It's probably not many. I wouldn't be surprised if it was fewer than 10.
Okay, so favorite characters. Degrassi Junior High.
He goes on to answer the question.
I have to! Like, I'm done shitting on it, now I gotta answer it. Degrassi
When did I get 48 followers? When did that happen?
I don't know.
That has to be from Ben retweeting me or something.
Probably. Like, I feel like some of my followers come from me being a lefty. Like, a blatant lefty.
Yeah. I went on a big rant today. And
I saw that.
I got mass favorited by Ben.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to be noticed more by Senpai. Oh, Tom shouted me out on a bonus episode, and I need to listen to it, and it's all like, oh my god.
Yeah.
My one claim to fame is that one stream I did of Tom's route, and on the PCP dating sim, and I love it.
You should, like... Alright, so I want the access to the bonus episodes as well. What you should totally do...
I'm going to buy access to it.
Yeah, you should give them the $5 for all the bonus episodes.
Of course.
And then on the one hand it feels bad because like I want to also give them $5. On the other hand, $5 is a very big ask for me because my life is pretty tightly budgeted.
Yeah, you're like $5 from you is more like $5 from me at this point. So I'm giving them $10.
What?
It makes sense. Why doesn't it make sense to you? It makes sense to me.
You're drunk.
Because like
$5 from you is like $5 from me, so I'm actually giving them $10.
Because like I financially support you.
Yeah, we live in a commune.
Yeah, so it's like I'm the one who has more like I'm the one who has a traditional job, so I end up financing a lot of our shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's more like, and I end up paying for a lot of your shit. So I feel like if you gave him $5, it'd be more like another $5 from me because I'd be financing it.
I mean, I would probably, if I was gonna give them $5, I would give them $5 out of my like personal stash.
But now you understand what I was saying. I'm not just drunk. I also make sense.
All right, Pressy.
Pressy? Oh, ow. Okay. Oh, we're bringing out the insults now.
Pressy's not an
insult.
insult.
You say it like an insult. you lexical elitist.
I mean, just because I'm in the middle two columns and you're not doesn't mean that like.
I was gonna call you a bastard, but then it's like, wait, no, that's not an insult because I'm literally a bastard.
Yeah.
And I hold that with pride, but no one else cares. Because I was a bastard after everyone stopped caring about people being bastards.
Rain or snow.
Oh,
right. Degrassi.
Yeah, so Degrassi Junior High, I think my favorite character might be... I can't remember who... I think it might be Caitlin. I enjoy watching Caitlin and Spike. I like watching them the most in Degrassi Junior High. In Degrassi High, I think it might be... I'm not sure who my favorite character in Degrassi Junior High is. Like, maybe a bit Diana, but I don't know. I don't remember anyone really standing out to me in that way. I'm sure there's... what's her face? Not Melanie. You know, the girl who dated BLT.
Yeah.
What's her face?
Greek girl.
No. She's not Greek. You're
Wasn't
thinking
she?
you're thinking Diana. She's. Why do I keep saying Melanie? It's not Melanie. What's her face? She's so aesthetic. She's not Diana. She's not Melanie. Come on, what's her face?
I thought Diana... Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle. She's probably my pick for Degrassi High. TNG, Claire, obviously. Next class, Goldie. I feel like Goldie. Maybe Goldie. Yeah, I like Goldie a lot. Maybe. Like, don't hold me to these decisions, because I'm also drunk. Like, I'm drunk until I say I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
But, like, those are my initial, like, grasping at straws trying to answer this. Okay. Hello, Ian. Dang, I wish I had 48 followers. I have 0 followers that followers? That could be because I'm not on Twitter. I mean, yeah, it helped to be on Twitter, I guess, but I guess it also helped to kind of have a YouTube channel and also, I guess, like, say things that's agreeable to other, like, other Twitter people. Because I feel like that's where most of my followers come from, like, retweeting people who other people agree with. Yeah, Twitter is often garbage. But sometimes it's also not. So I don't feel like I have to get off Twitter. Like, I also feel like I can't not be on Twitter because that's the only place where I can, like, you know, give random, like, you know, pushing my things that I just thumbs up and agree with. And, like, it's basically, like, it's all marketing and networking, you know? Like, this is my brand. Like, I'm a lefty fuck. Support me. Like, you know, and the thing is, though, I feel like the people who follow me on Twitter are not the people who watch my videos. So it also doesn't work that out for me. But it's also like, if I don't have a Twitter, then no one can keep up with me either.
I feel like everybody who pays attention to me on Twitter is somehow in the procrastinators universe.
Yeah. Like, and that's how I feel with YouTube. People who pay attention to me on YouTube are all Degrassi heads, and they only care about my Degrassi shit. And then people who pay attention to me on Twitter are just general lefty kind of Degrassi people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, right. If anybody cares about my answers for these questions, Melanie, Caitlin, I haven't watched a ton of it. A ton of TNG, despite that being my era. I think I'm probably going to say Manny, and then a two-way tie between Maya and Yael. There we go.
Oh, Yael's cool. Yeah.
Yael's great.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick Maya, but yeah, Yael.
I really like Maya. I feel like Maya gets a lot of shit for
she
no
does
reason.
She does get a lot of undeserved shit. Even still, I don't stand her as much as, you know, other characters. Like, I don't get you if you hate Maya.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Agreed.
I just don't understand you. And it's like, not to shit on you, but I also just don't relate. I have a lot of Degrassi hot takes that I feel you know, I don't... They're not hot takes, but it's more like I just don't fundamentally understand a lot of Degrassi people. Because I have such a differing view. I am so special that I can have differing views on Degrassi than everyone else, guys.
Well, you are a minority.
I am a very much minority. I just thought of a hot take that I'm not going to say. And I don't know if I should say
I'm deeply interested now.
Should I say it?
Say that.
Okay, I'm gonna say it, especially because I did make it public in comments. Declan raped Holly J. End of story. That's a hot take.
Is that a hot take, though?
It is.
I don't know the storyline.
It is. People find it a hot take because Declan doesn't look like Luke or Dean. He doesn't act like Luke or Dean, where their one note is being assholes. Declan, you can actually kind of get behind him. He's not the worst. So people think, oh, it wasn't rape. But it was rape because Holly J said no, and he pressured her into it. She only said yes under duress. That is the definition of rape. Regardless of what Holly J felt at the time happened. It doesn't matter that she didn't feel like he raped her. That's what happened. Okay? And just like how I've been in a similar situation where someone pressured me into sexual stuff and at the time I didn't see it as rape, but years after the fact, it's like, yeah, that was sexual assault and rape. Okay, guys? You can't, just because, I and Holly J eventually said yes, and, immediately after the fact didn't think it was, anything bad, it was definitely a huge bad, okay? Declan doesn't have to be a mustache-twirling villain to be, to have done rape.
Right on.
And,
yeah, I can get behind that.
I stand by that opinion, but, apparently it's a hot take for people. Fuck. Rain or snow, man?
Rain or snow? This is a hard choice for me.
Yeah, I was initially going to say snow, hands down, but it's, also... both are pretty aesthetic. I think I lean a little more towards snow because there's a special magic to it, whereas rain, the typical connotation is sadness, but also rain can be nice. So I guess I lean more towards snow because it's a special thing you don't get for most of the year, but also rain is cool, and I like the smell of it a lot.
The lack of sound in the air when it's snowing is the best part. I love it.
I like that too, yeah. I also like how...
It makes the world seem softer.
Yeah, because snow often, for the most part, unless you're in, a blizzard or something, snow is not violent.
Right. And if there's violence in it, it's the wind, it's not the snow's fault.
Yeah. Alphagis is totally right. More than 60% of sexual assault is committed by a person they know. Yeah, most of the time, you're not likely to get... sexually hurt by someone, some rando off the street. It's more likely someone you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to leave it at that.
Yeah. Piercings. We kind of did piercings with tattoos.
Yeah, so I think we can move on.
Well, I've got a hot take on piercings.
Okay.
All right, so they're very popular. I understand that they're popular. People like piercings.
But
most piercings just take somebody down in my mental rating of their attractiveness by a third.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The majority of piercings that I see, nose rings are the worst about this. Nose ring, nose stud, ring in the middle, lip ring. No, I hate you.
I like lip rings, and I do like most ear piercings. I don't like gauges. Gauges freak me out too much.
Gauges above a certain size bother me.
Above a certain size will bother me, but still.
Now,
it's
this is one of those things where I'm this is only lower... This is, I can objectively clock you as being a cool, good-looking person. And it is... And I also want to say that, when I say it lowers your attractiveness level... It's only to me, not in general.
Yeah, no. Agreed.
Yeah.
It is entirely subjective to us. We are not pretending to be objective, rulers of attraction or whatnot.
Oh, no, I totally am. For example, if you have a buzz cut, your head looks like a toe. I hate you. But, I'm only not...
I mean, someone likes that.
That person has bad taste. I'm only saying that you don't have bad taste for this one thing. If you like piercings, good. There's a lot of piercings that I do like. The bridge of the nose, this spot right here. This is a good piercing.
No, that's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's a terrible one.
Why is that a terrible one?
Because it's like having a piercing like on that middle bit on your nose, like the
septum.
On the septum. It's like a bull. It's like
it's not like that. Because it's between the eyes.
But it gives me the same like feelings. Like I'm too impressionistic to explain it. It just doesn't look good. It's like, why is that there?
No,
like,
that is.
It's more why is that there than I would get if there's like a stud on your nose or a snake bite, like a lip piercing. I like lip piercings a lot more. I'll take them any day than on the bridge of your nose. The bridge of your nose is just too much, man. It's too much.
All right, the bridge of the nose is better than any combination of eyebrow or nose or other mouth piercings.
No. Ian says woof for something else, I'm sure, but I agree. Woof. I'm going to the bathroom.
There's a lot of earrings that I like. There's a lot of like exotic style earrings that I like.
You're just wrong, though.
There's a lot of like gauges below a certain size I also like. Those are still good. What's another one? What's another piercing that people get? Like there's a lot of dermals that people get that I do like, and there's a lot of dermals people get that I don't like. That one's hit and miss. It's not like the lip ring. The best that most piercings can do is move you horizontally. Like, you will be at the same level of attractiveness with this piercing. On average, they bring you down, in my esteem. And this is one of the only cases where I'm going to say, in my esteem, as opposed to in general. Because I realize that it's just a thing about me. I have a lot of, like, connotations about a lot of piercings that have to do with, like, you know how most piercings have been associated with slavery for like 1,000 years, and by 1,000 years I mean 10,000 years. Really? Yes, really.
That sucks.
Most piercings came from like prisons and slavery. That's where those came from.
Man, that sucks. Also, you're objectively wrong about piercings.
There are good piercings. There's totally good piercings.
You just I don't stand. That's all that matters. Age.
It's not even all piercings.
Age.
All ages over 25 years and below 70 years are the same.
I'm about to be 26, so I guess
yeah, you stop thinking about your own age after 25.
I don't know how true that is. I feel like I'm going to continue thinking about it. Mm-hmm. Especially because, like...
You have empathy for people who are younger than you?
I have empathy for people who are younger than me, and I'm also terrified of the ticking clock of
mortality?
Yeah. Again, if there's any vampires listening, please contact me, because I need more immortality yesterday. I'm running out of time. This is not just drunk vamp. I am literally afraid of dying. That's one of the phobias I didn't list. I forgot about it. I am afraid of dying. So, vampires...
I'm not.
Because fuck you, okay? Not all of us can be Tarbuck. I literally cannot relate to not fearing dying.
Not everybody can be me.
We can't all be like Tarbuck.
Sometimes life just makes you suck. We can't all be like Tarbuck.
That is so you. Like, oh my god. But yeah, age, I'm 25. I am halfway to death.
That's not halfway to death.
It feels like it to me.
I don't feel like I'm halfway to death and I'm 30.
Well, I wish I was you, okay? I wish.
Also, age is stupid, and the inclusion of the age question on this questionnaire makes me think that it was designed for, like, high schoolers.
I don't care. Okay? I don't care.
did the girls that started off as complete badasses lose their edge somehow, such as Jane, Grace, or Alex?
No. No. They stopped being one-dimensional, like, oh, we're all cool, and they were revealed to be just as humans as everyone else, which I think was good, because badasses are humans too. They're not all one-note characters, okay? They have moments of vulnerability, of being just hashtag relatable as everyone else, man.
Looking at you, Spike Spiegel.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is, but yeah.
The guy from Cowboy Bebop. With the big hair.
Well, someday I'm gonna watch that.
We really need to.
I do want to. Like,
I super want the Blu-rays to that.
it is on my list.
So fucking good.
Yeah, but basically, like, they lost their edge insofar as they're revealed to be human. Yeah.
Yeah.
French fries or onion rings, oh god. It depends on where we're getting it from.
Okay, so best place for French fries.
I feel like it might be like McDonald's,
Yep.
Popeyes, or KFC.
KFC and Pizza Hut both have fries, and they both have the same fries. I will put those fries head and shoulders above the fries from Popeyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're in a similar genre.
Yeah,
but
they fall into the same category for me.
But it's way better at KFC and or Pizza Hut. Now, KFC Pizza Hut versus McDonald's fries. That's hard.
Yeah, like, they fall into different...
Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's not hard anymore. Remember? Because McDonald's ruined their salt. So, fuck McDonald's.
And McDonald's also sucks. Like,
Yeah.
they're evil people who treat their employees evilly.
Yeah. So, if you... that is all companies.
Yeah.
If you get McDonald's fries, ask for those fries to be well done. Ask for them overcooked, please. And they will be, like, crispier and better. It is excellent. I love the overdone fries.
I don't know about that, kid.
All right, who has the best onion rings?
Best onion rings for me are Steak and Shake onion rings, and I really, really am really hungry right now.
Would you rather have those fries or those onion rings?
Which fries?
McDonald's and or Pizza Hut.
Onion rings.
Onion rings?
Onion rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm getting onion rings from Steak and Shake or from Culver's even, because it's the same kind of onion ring.
Kind, but not quite.
Steak and Shake definitely has better ones, but
yeah.
If I'm getting those, I am happier. However, if I'm in a place where I need fast food, but I'm dirt fucking poor, I will get 2 large fries from McDonald's, and that will be an entire meal.
No,
and it
you
will
won't,
be
because
satisfying.
McDonald's is evil. Don't do it.
This is if I have only $2 for food and there's only fast food.
I mean, I guess.
You get so much food for that $2.
That is, like, the problem with, like, McDonald's and evil corporations is
the McRib conspiracy?
No, they're cheap. Like,
they're not even that cheap, though.
You have to go with them because, like, when you have no money, you get at least some food. Like, yeah.
They're not even that cheap, though.
Then why, if you have only $2, why do you go to McDonald's?
I was very specific about if I'm in a place where only fast food is acceptable or is accessible, then I will get some McDonald's fries. For the same reason that if I only have $1 and I need food, I'm getting a loaf of bread from Walmart, even though Walmart is even more evil than McDonald's is.
I guess. Will 6 friends do this? What friends?
Do you have 6 friends that will do this?
No.
Me neither.
I don't have any friends. That's my problem.
I've got tons of friends. I don't think I have 6 people that I know who would do this, especially not in this format. Do you have kids?
Kids? Look at my video of why I'm never gonna have kids.
Yep.
I'm not gonna be some baby-making fat victory for the man, okay? I'm taking control of my life. I'm not giving up 18 years for someone I can't even guarantee will, appreciate it. And also someone who I can't guarantee will even want to be alive, okay? Frankly, I don't know if I want to bring anyone into this fucked up world.
I feel like I would be doing someone a disservice by bringing them into existence.
I feel like I'd be doing them a disservice to bring them into existence, and then also by the fact that I don't know how to raise someone, okay?
I do, and I think I would be bad at it. I think, I know exactly what to do. I just think that I would fail.
I'm sure I'd fail too. As much as I'm self-aware about the shit I would have wanted to happen in my childhood, I don't think I would be able to perform that well enough for someone else to, I don't think I'd be good enough a parent to prevent someone from going through the shit that I went through, okay?
Favorite color? Duh.
Okay, call it out.
Favorite non-black color?
Favorite
Go.
non-black color? Red. Obviously, red.
Green.
Green is not a creative color.
Or red plaid. I like things that are red plaid.
That's not a color.
That's not a color, but plaid is my answer.
Plaid is not a color, and green is not a creative color.
Employed.
Unfortunately.
Most people would say no.
What?
For me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just answering for myself.
I wish I was employed by you guys, but I'm not at that point.
You'd rather be crowd employed. You'd rather be crowd funded. So would I.
Yeah, I wish we were in an age where we had patrons. I'm sure patrons still exist, but I don't have enough I don't have patrons in a way that can fund me doing whatever the fuck I wanted.
Can you whistle? Now, can you whistle and hum at the same time?
No.
Can you trill a whistle?
I don't know. How do you trill a whistle? What does a trill sound like? I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I'm not a good whistler.
Can you whistle low?
That's the closest low it can go. How low can you go? How low can you go? I admit I'm not a good whistler, man.
That's as low as I can whistle, and I had to strain my mouth to do that.
Where were you born?
Oh, hang on. Just to flex a little bit more. Whistle and hum.
Gotta get off the tarbuck.
I was born...
Oh shit, there's only 3 viewers.
I was born in 200 log cabins.
Is this not fun for anyone?
I think it's just, almost 1 in the morning.
I don't know. I'm afraid of not being engaging.
It's okay. Just keep going.
No, you shut up. So you were born in 200 log cabins?
No.
No, I believe you.
It's a Futurama reference.
I believe you.
The joke is it's a robot who's in an insane asylum, and they're like, let me guess, he actually thinks he's Lincoln, and the robot is like, well, he's supposed to. That's the way he was programmed.
Yeah.
Problem is, he's got split personalities. All of them Lincoln. He stands up and says, I was born in 200 log cabins.
Oh, that is not what, dissociative identity disorder is, but, who cares? I care. I care a lot, actually, because I've known people with dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah, but he's a robot.
But he's a robot, so it makes everything...
You're talking about a robot. It's
I
okay.
know. I was born in Illinois.
Indiana.
A good old Illinois. Not Chicago, Illinois, but another Illinois. Wait, there's not multiple Illinois. Chicago, Illinois isn't the only Illinois. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if you watch there's no such thing as the as states. There's no such thing as states. States don't exist.
Maybe I should just disavow that.
Did you actually look at the graph that I posted?
I might have.
What counts as the Chicago suburbs?
it counts for a bit, but not a lot of the state.
Starting my own stream. Blackjack and hookers. Actually, forget the stream.
Someone gets it. I love it.
We both have siblings.
Yeah, we both have a lot. Well, you have a couple of siblings. I got a lot of siblings because I grew up with a family. So my mom had like.
I grew up with a family.
What was it?
I see how
like,
it is.
Yeah. She had like 5, 6 others. Like I think 5 other siblings. My dad had 5 other siblings. I had 6 other siblings. So fuck you.
Ever been arrested?
No, but I was pulled over once.
Yeah, I've been pulled over many times,
Really?
and I have successfully talked my way out of a ticket multiple times because of course I can. I look like a white male.
Like, I think I pitied my way out of a ticket. So, like, I got pulled over when I was heading to work one day, like, after we moved to this city, and I was still having to travel an hour to work. So what had happened was, I thought I was off that day. But, like, my boss called me, like, hey, you coming to work? And I'm like, fuck, what? And so I rush and I, get out and I'm driving down the highway at 75 miles an hour when I shouldn't be. Like 70 is.
You do speed.
Yeah, no. This was extra speeding, man. Like I was speeding more than I normally do, and I really should have.
Matamri, hi.
Hey, what's up? And so, like, I got pulled over, and I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking sorry, okay? Like, I'm late for work, and I'm like, freaking out, man. I'm having my breakfast, like, my breakfast at the time was Chex Mix. And, it's like, that's how sad of a state I was in. It's like, I'm just freaking out, man. They're like, okay, cool, just stop speeding, man. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll be a good boy. Just please don't hit me, daddy, okay? That's all.
Isn't it great that you look white so you didn't get murdered?
I know! Thank God I'm white.
I mean, kind of.
I am white.
Jews are only kind of white.
Ouch! Okay.
How far back in time do you have to go before who is obviously white, would no longer count as being white?
I mean, it's not about whiteness when it comes to Jews. When it comes to Jews, it's just being a Jew.
Yeah, but, like, if you were to ask, like, Joe Public.
I guess, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, there's also the fact that I'm Irish, too, which, is...
Also not considered white.
Yeah, no, depending on where you're at. Like, did you know, so the Great Chicago Fire, everyone's like, oh, it was started by a cow in Miss O'Leary's barn. But that was a story made up by anti-Irish racists.
Miss O'Leary?
Yeah.
O'Leary.
Yeah, O'Leary. Yeah. Irish people were
started the Chicago Fire.
No, but fuck no, they didn't. It was literally made up by journalists who were anti-Irish.
Now with distance from history, I can't take anti-Irish sentiment seriously. Like if somebody actually expresses anti-Irish sentiment, they're a parody to me.
Yeah, they're a parody to you, but only because like we're far enough away from a time when like literal anti-Irishness was a thing.
Yes, exactly.
Like
if somebody is being anti-Irish in front of me, that person is a joke to me.
Yeah, we are now at a time where like, Irish pride is more like a meme than like it really used to be.
Did you know that there are more Irish people in America than the entire population of Ireland?
Well, yeah, because they had to leave Ireland because, England was, being an imperialist asshole to them and literally killing all of them, but,
Yeah, but, like, follow the through line from what I said. There are more Irish people in the United States than the entire population of Ireland. The joke is that people don't stop calling themselves the place that their ancestors came from when they have no cultural tie to that place.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Surgeries.
Have you ever had any surgeries?
No, but I have stitches in my forehead because when I was a kid and after I got potty trained, like my parents were all like, yeah, we're going to have cake and we're going to party, because I'm asexual, like I get excited for cake. So I was running around the apartment and I was run to the kitchen because, it was cake time because I'm potty trained. And I ran to a fucking wall and that's why I have stitches and a notable stitches scar on my forehead now.
Yeah. You ran into a wall because you were excited for cake.
Yeah. I was asexual before I knew I was asexual.
I'm now recontextualizing that as an ace story.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you, surgeries?
I have my wisdom teeth out. That's kind of the same.
Kind of the same, yeah. I haven't had my wisdom teeth out, and I've never had a broken bone, so I haven't had reason to, really.
All right. So, we got some typing. We got some
Typing? Ooh, whole lot of crazies typing.
Hey.
They're typing.
Going off the rails on a crazy train.
Oh, I can sing in the meantime. I don't know what I'm gonna sing though.
Yeah.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by. Fuck. I scared them away.
Yep.
I scared them away.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Religious.
It's hard to, like, I'm kind of religious because I identify as Christian, but
are you though?
I don't practice it really. Like, I do believe in God and Jesus and shit, but it's also like I don't go to church. I don't like.
Okay, but also, why do you believe those things?
Because of you.
Be specific.
I don't feel like it.
Okay.
Now's not the time for this shit.
Watching the stream with a friend on a Discord call. How is the stream going so far? Stream is going good.
I guess. Like,
yeah.
I guess. Like, it's definitely not one of my most
I'm
popular
gonna be an
streams.
actress.
I'm gonna be famous!
Religious. It is always surprising to people when I tell them that, yes, I am, in fact, emphatically religious, because I don't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, it's surprising because you sound like you'd be...
I also sound like the atheist asshole.
Yeah, you do sound like you'd be.
Yeah. I also have to say, I used to be. I was that atheist asshole.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. There's, like, I am in part doing some work on a podcast that may explain more about it in the future. Keep a weather eye on the horizon, folks.
Yeah.
When we get back with a jump through the forest, I will let everybody know that has been published. I'm not even really working on it that much. I'm not contributing that much to it. I'm just around when it's getting worked on by some other people we know, Mask included.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about this shit.
It's well, you know, the people who come over whenever we do like script workshopping.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Like,
Yeah.
I don't consider yourself really involved in that, though. You're just, like, tangentially.
I'm kind of tangentially involved in that, yeah.
Yeah.
I've contributed to the discussion about things.
Yeah, you, like, basically you and Mask continue to contribute, but it's not really your thing, though.
Well, I have more to say about that, but that's better done in like a dev vlog when the thing itself comes out. All right.
Yeah.
Shower or bath?
No worries. A whole lot crazy. Your friend is distracting. That's fine.
Yeah.
And Matamri, like, if you like end up acting and shit, like, send to me. Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Shower or bath? Bath are cool, but you know, at the end of a bath, you do have to shower.
At the end of a bath, you have to shower. What?
Yeah, because, like, you know, you're bathing in your own filth.
All right. What's the most extreme personal cleaning thing that you've ever been in? Like, times when you didn't have hot water, for example, or like you know, stuff that's out there.
I guess when, like, the times when I used to only bathe, like, once every 2 weeks.
What's that?
Depression. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just couldn't really, you know, gather up the strength to do it any more often.
Do you agree with me that the hot shower is one of the most popular forms of self-harm?
No.
Turning up a shower so hot that it burns you.
I mean, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, that's not a thing to me.
Not that it, like, burns you. It doesn't cause damage, but it is designed to cause pain.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, there's lots of people who do that.
Oh my god.
For catharsis.
Yeah, I guess in that case, yeah.
And a huge amount of people don't frame it in their mind as self-harm. They're not like, I need to hurt myself. They're just like, man, I really want to feel this burn right now.
Oh my god, I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, that's incredibly popular.
Okay, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Well, you're just taking my word for it. Like, you hadn't heard about it before.
Well, like, I've also got a whole lot of crazy saying they did it, so.
Yeah.
Machinery says...
my vote is shower, by the way. Baths are cool and everything, but, like, shower all the way.
Like, showers will actually get you clean. Baths are kind of relaxing.
I just want efficiency.
Yeah, I want efficiency too, but I've learned to appreciate the inefficient. Machinery says, I'm not really going to be an actor, but I'm literally on production at this moment. I'm holding the boom mic. Oh, that's actually really cool. You know, as a one techie to another, that's awesome.
Right on.
I love it.
Cool stuff. Let's see.
Like gambling. Like, I understand the appeal of gambling. I'd rather not get into it.
I will gamble on my own skill, but I don't think that's the same thing. Gambling on games of chance, like poker, for example, and let's not mince our definitions here. Everybody says poker is a game of skill, and they make a big deal out of it. Now, yes, there is a skill to poker, and that skill is manipulating the randomness and manipulating your bets on the randomness.
Yeah, like, I don't really like gambling because, like, I hate losing, and you lose a lot in gambling.
I like having control over the outcome, and that is not gambling.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess the closest thing to gambling that I like is, like, you know, board games.
Yeah, right? Are you a good friend? I don't know. I'd say not at this point.
Why is that?
Because I don't really get to the point of friendship with anyone, and then also I don't know how to respond when a friend is in crisis.
That makes sense. I feel like I make a lot of connections to people that I don't maintain. I'm very much on good terms with the people that I do get in with, but, like, I think my measure of being a good friend is how many of the people that I reach out to take an interest back in my life. So, by that definition, no. Like, I think I'm fun to be around, and people mistake that for friendship. That's what I think.
I can see that. Any broken bones?
Nope, never.
Same here. My siblings got plenty of broken bones, but I never got any.
Now, have you ever sprained anything?
No.
Oh, I sprained all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Both ankles.
To my memory, I've never sprained anything.
This one time I jumped on a stairwell, and the other person that was with me had already left, so I was just stuck on a sprained ankle and had to walk out on that sprained ankle and hobble out all the way to the parking lot because they just like went on without me, and I'm like, all right, I'm lagging behind. I jump, I botch my jump, twist my ankle, and I'm like, well, time to walk it off. And that's where I figured out that walking it off does actually work. If it's not if you didn't tear anything, if you only sprained it, you will be able to regain function within like 10 minutes of walking it off. The problem, though, is that you lose 100% of your flexibility. I could not move my foot more than like 2 degrees without it hurting because of the extra strain of just getting locked up. Like, it crystallized, man.
Yeah.
It's like it set like ice. And it was so fast. And so sprains are the thing that is the closest to breaking something that I have ever done. And I did it many times.
Alka just says, make the depression kitty go away. Spray water at it. Cats hate water.
Except for when they don't. Except for when they just, like, sit there and let you spray them. And they're like, this is fine. Yeah,
or except for when you got the water running and they lean their mouth in to drink.
Yep, that also happens.
I wonder if I'm a good friend, but I honestly don't know. Everyone says I'm a nice person, but I don't know if that makes me a good friend. I understand.
Yeah.
You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not good, I'm not nice, I'm just right. I'm the witch.
That's totally a me line. I would absolutely say that.
I'm what no one believes. I'm the witch. You're all liars and thieves like his father. Like his son will be too. Oh, why bother? You'll just do what you do. How many TVs in your house? I think there's only one technical TV.
There's only one TV that's being used as a TV at any given time.
Yeah.
We have a CRT for old video games and stuff that's like sitting in the back of a closet.
Yeah. And then like
we've got like other hardware that's just not connected.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only one TV really in use.
Yeah. If you want to broaden that out to things people watch stuff on, where you sit together and watch stuff, there's one downstairs. There's two up here.
Mm-hmm. Worst pain ever.
Worst pain ever. Huh.
That's hard.
I think when I had these removed, I've got 2 scars on the inside of my right arm that,
really?
Yeah. Those used to be like, almost like marbles. They were underneath the skin and they were there for like a decade and nobody cared.
Yeah.
And then I finally got them removed. And then the anesthetic wore off. And then I'm like, this stitching is way too tight. Fuck that. And then so it was to the point where like the stitching that was tied on was put on like too tight or something like that. So if I moved my hand, my arm would hurt.
Oh God.
That sucked.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't know what the worst pain ever was for me. Like, the vaguest thing I can remember was the one time where I accidentally stabbed a pencil into my thigh and shit, but I feel like there might have been a worse pain, but I just can't remember.
Let's see. Jen has broken a bone before. I think he said that was the worst pain that he's ever had. I think Masks has got to be that one time where so Masks was walking along and then like tripped over one of those things on the sidewalk that you like pull up to when you're parking. Just tripped over it, flew through the air, and then skidded across the parking lot.
Oh my!
It was astounding. Like
God,
you weren't even fucking walking that fast.
How does that happen?
Like I was there and like if it wasn't black there would have been streaks, you know? It was pretty bad.
That's just insane.
And then we went inside and played games.
Jesus Christ. My worst pain was having back spasms. I couldn't get out of bed for 2 days.
Hold on. I think my worst pain may have actually been walking on my sprain. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take it back.
Probably. I can see that. Yeah.
Or wisdom teeth.
Anything with backs.
Not getting my wisdom teeth removed, but when they were like cutting their way through my gums.
Didn't they give you anesthetic for that?
For the multiple straight weeks that they were cutting up through my gums as the teeth started to come out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what hurt.
I see. I thought you were talking about the procedure itself.
No, the procedure was fine.
Anything with backs suck. Do you like to dance?
I don't just dance. I don't think of myself as a dancey boy.
Yeah, me neither. I like the idea of dancing, and I would like to be able to dance, but I don't know. I never really.
Like, I totally rave out when we're, like, at a PonyCon, and there's music playing, and there's a crowd, and I'm, like, just, like doing the energy thing, and like, being hype. But I'm just, like, doing stuff. I'm basically just, like, semi-rhythmically flailing.
Yeah, you're just moving to what feels right.
Yeah. I know that is literally what dancing is, but I don't think of it as dancing. I'm not dancing with anybody. I'm not even like if there were even fewer people, I probably wouldn't be feeling that groove. I wouldn't be feeling the energy, and I probably wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but like I never went to dances as a kid. Like when there were school dances and stuff, I never did any of those. I always thought they were stupid.
I did, because, like, my friends would go and, like, I would kind of hype it up sometimes, but, it never ended up being really that great.
Are parents still alive?
Yes and no.
Both of mine are probably still alive. It's been a while since I heard from one of them, but, they're probably still alive, yeah.
My dad's alive, my mom's not. Oh my god, yeah. I think about that song every so often. High School Musical 2, man. I'm gonna listen to that later.
So I had this fantasy in my head as a kid in high school of somebody coming up and asking me to dance, and I'm like, I'm very flattered, but I don't dance. I might dance on your behalf, but be prepared to be disappointed, bud.
Oh my gosh, that's like you.
Yeah, and hey, I really like the dance thing, but how about you just come here and hold my hand and we'll groove on the music for a little bit.
That's cute. I like it.
Yeah, it's smooth and it makes it a more intimate moment too.
Yeah. Do you like camping?
Do I like camping?
No, I've never gone, but I don't like it anyways.
The closest camping experience I ever had was in the middle of there's two. There's in the middle of a blackout. We were like, hey, this is kind of like camping. Actually, wait, do you want to just go camping? and my cousins, I was at their house. We're like, yeah, let's do that. So we went and we got a tent, and we put up the tent just slightly outside the house. It was 2 feet away from the back door, and we camped there. That was it.
I hate nature. I don't like that I hate nature, but I hate it, so camping sucks.
Oh, right. The ending of this story is important. So the lights came back on all of a sudden, and we went back inside and we watched Friends for a little while, and then when it was time to go to bed, instead of going up to their room, we went back out to the tent because we didn't take it down.
I love it. I love it. That makes sense. Outdoors is creepy. Bugs and shit. I totally agree with Alphagigus.
Yep.
I used to take dance classes. I hated them because I was picked on by everyone in class. I don't care anymore because screw them. I don't need them. Yeah, dude, dance for you, man. Fuck everyone else. Alright, last question.
Oh, my other camping thing has to do with poverty, and it's just some of the places I've lived is basically like camping, but indoors. I think I've talked about that at some point.
Maybe. You've talked about it to me, and ugh.
Where you make eye contact with the owner of the house, wipe your feet, and then walk outside. That place was definitely camping.
I hate the place that you're referring to.
You only went there once, right?
Twice, maybe. It is disgusting, and I'm glad oh god, I hate it.
Camping once, think I got foot fungus. All right, that sucks.
Last question: are you weird?
Definitely.
Technically, yes.
Okay, go on.
I mean, I think of myself as normal in some way, but it's well, compared to what normal is considered in society, definitely.
Go into detail.
What is normal? What is life? I'm pretty sure normalcy, what we consider normal, is a fucking lie anyways. But it's a lie that enough people buy into that we consider it normal. Or at least we're taught to buy into it, so people are forced into it. There's a level of normalcy, the normie ideology of, oh, this normal. People who just accept things as they are because they're told to accept it. But, if people aren't told to accept it, then wouldn't they be more like me as well? Wouldn't they, reach some sort of enlightenment where they realize that they can't just slave away for the man for 60 years before they're told they can finally take a break, but then realize that actually taking a break sucks because they're not slaving away for the man, because that's where all their purpose went? If they weren't taught that that's where their value lies, wouldn't they be more like me, where they want to get away from the slaving away for the man system and do something that feels good, at least, even if it doesn't feel more lasting? I I just reject the idea of normalcy in general. I think it's a lie that, unfortunately, a lot of people fall into and never get out of.
So I definitely had a period in my life where I thought about things like that, and then I talked to more people and realized that that was super not true,
Yeah.
and that normalcy is totally a thing, and people are actually mostly the same, and like normalcy is two things: it's average and it's status quo. And are you either of those things?
Probably not.
Then you're weird.
I mean, I feel I am a bit average in some ways, but yeah.
Do you have things that people would raise their eyebrows at? People would like not get it? Or is there parts of you that's hard to explain?
I mean, technically, but I mean, part of me feels like there's that in everyone.
But how much of your character is that? How much of you is you try to explain it and you're like, and the other person's like, I get it, but like I don't relate.
Maybe, yeah, I guess. Normal, no such thing as normal. If there was, everyone would be a 50-year-old white male.
All right, that's mistaking normalcy for hegemony. That's not the same. Like, I know that I am very, very, very far outside of normal. Because, like, that's kind of something that I value, is being interesting. You can't be status quo and interesting at the same time. You can be a good conversationalist. That's not the same thing as being interesting. On the other hand, I do stuff like make my own furniture. All right? That's not normal.
I suppose, yeah.
When or more than that, my default reaction to stuff is something that I want to be unexpected. You know? I don't succeed on that note as much as I would really even want to, but that is true about me. So I guess that does make me weird. There are definitely things about me that are hard for people to like get or relate to.
Well, I also wonder how much of that is like people drinking the Kool-Aid and buying, like, you know, just accepting that, you know, normal, like, just accepting what they're told is normal and right. But, you know, basically not understanding that there's another way to be other than a work slave.
Yeah. Having that opinion makes you weird.
I mean, it does make you weird, but, like, also, like, I don't know.
Everybody feels...
When I think of weirdness, I feel like it comes off more as an inherent difference. Like something that no one else can really achieve type thing.
Why an inherent difference?
Like, because that's how it's framed. Like I have no... Like, there's no way for me to pretend to be like everyone else.
Is there a way for you to pretend to be like everybody else?
No, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I wonder if everyone could just... I wonder if I just happen to be clued into something that other people would, like, be clued into as well if they didn't happen to, like, you know, the world didn't convalesce in a way where they buy into the lie.
I mean, even if they don't buy into the lie, there's still a pattern. There's still trends. There's still popularity. And if you are an outlier, if you're not in the middle of that mass of people, then you are weird by default. If you are to be an outlier, you must be not normal. That's what being an outlier is. Do you think you're an outlier?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I guess I wonder how outlier I am compared to how people could be.
Yeah, but we're not saying like here's a weirdness measure. You must be over 90 weird points in order to count.
I mean, unfortunately, that's how my brain kind of feels about it because, you know, imposter syndrome and all that.
your rationality as to why you don't feel weird totally makes sense to me. You just are wrong.
Okay. Last question of the night, I think, because I'm about ready to wrap up. Have you either of you watched Big Mouth?
Yes, I watched the first season only because that's all that existed when I paid attention to it.
I've not watched any of it. I kind of don't care.
Yeah. That's a totally reasonable take to have. It's because it's just kind of okay.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff that people were like, "Oh, this is so relatable to me," that I like had. Maybe this is because I'm Chad as fuck, but there's a lot of those experiences that I had something very different from, and that was why I was talking about it with friends. Is not because of where it was the same for me, but because of where it was different. Because like stuff is just easy for me.
All right. Well, I am very much ready to wrap things up. I feel myself just stopping being interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys very much for joining us. Like, this was fun. Hopefully it was fun for you guys. Join us next week for watch along of some movie of your choice. Vote in our movie night suggestions page. We've got a couple of contenders right now. Looks like right now Barbie and the Nutcracker and the new Freaky Friday are winning, but it's up to you to change that. Like, if you want one or the other or something completely different, it's up to you.
Do you think that if something has enough downvotes that we should remove it?
We can do that. Yeah, we can. Like, if it becomes overwhelmingly downvoted.
Yeah, like, I'm looking at the stack for Aladdin 2019, and that makes me think that, like, nobody actually wants to watch that with us.
Maybe. I feel like we could hold off, like, a week, like, a couple weeks longer, but, if it consistently continues to do this poorly, maybe, yeah. Yeah, so join us next week for a movie, or also join us in 2 weeks for another stream. I don't know what we're gonna do, but thank you very much for joining us, and until next time, bye bye.